Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live. It's a feel-good Friday night. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network, folks. We have WWE Smackdown for you tonight. Lots to talk about, lots to get into, crazy things going on in the wrestling world, and we're here for all of it, folks. Plus, we will be your live reaction to all the action. So make sure you get in that chat. Like, share, subscribe, and make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel-good. I assure you we're not AI, but we're going to have a fun time. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We're back at it again, folks. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you SmackDown tonight. Looking forward to it. Lots to break down, lots to get into, lots going on with the card. Card subject to change, perhaps, but we're going to find out all together, folks. Welcome back to the channel. Again, make sure you hit like, make sure you hit share, go follow all our socials, be a part of the family, be a part of the fun as we cover more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Looking forward to this one. And if you don't know who we are, well, I am Mr. Evernight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and we've got injuries, Ilya's, and AI. Oh my. It's not been a slow news day in the wrestling world at all, my guy. And much like Cody Rhodes, who's starting off the show and might be main event, Nick, what do you want to talk about?
We'll see. I mean, we'll see what Cody has for us tonight. We'll see where that leads. I mean, we got some shows coming up that we got to start booking for. A lot to figure out. The rumor of Ilya, I mean, we've been waiting for Ilya to come back for quite a while. A lot of us thought it might be tied to Gunther somehow. However, he could answer an open challenge.
Right. Well, absolutely. Well, granted, he's a Raw superstar, and I like that the open challenges, we've talked about it every time that they have one. It's been a nice little showcase spotlight. I'm still waiting for the Oba Sammy match, but we'll see.
The Oba one might be the nail in the coffin, though. So we'll see how that turns out, right? Oba walking through the curtain might really, I mean, Ilya is going to give him a run for his money. The good thing about the U.S. Open Challenge, I mean, it's been like match of the night 2-3 weeks in a row now. So got to give him credit.
Oh, absolutely. Coming off of the match with Malachi, and then trying to remember, who did he face last week?
Devon.
Oh, yeah. No, that was the first week. Then there was Malachi. Who was the
Malachi? One? Carmelo was in there. No, Carmelo got jumped.
Got taken out. Yeah.
Yeah. So who are we missing? Cena.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's the three, I believe. Maybe there's been a fourth. Let us know out there, fact checkers. But I see that chat filling up already, folks. Get in that chat. What is on your wrestling mind? How is your week going? I hope you are happy, healthy, and safe. You're ready to get into the wrestling tonight as we cap off your Friday with all the fun stuff. Big hot topic. WWE hired. The wrestling community is fucking nuts, Nick. And I know what side you're going to fall on this already. They're nuts. They've lost their goddamn mind. So the WWE hired a guy to kind of in charge of AI as far as creative goes. In 2025, lots of companies are doing this, but all of a sudden it became like, see, they're writing for a year has been shit. No one said they were doing it. They hired a guy to spearhead it. So we're jumping off bridges again, folks. And every little thing we try to weaponize. Every company on this planet, including ours, this one, uses AI.
Well, and to be fair, especially on the Twitterverse, AI is the enemy, will always be. And now, granted, I don't want, I know, and it's the way 2025 is, unfortunately. I don't hope that they end up relying on it. Like, I don't want to, I've already been swamped with the Instagram reels of AI wrestling, of I can watch a Biggie and Tupac feud now, back in the Attitude Era. But I don't need that in my creative. I get why you'd have someone, you're going to have that department.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be, that's not what they're really doing with this.
No. Let me get there. I get why in 2025 you would at least entertain that idea, see what it could add towards, your product as a whole. It's out there. You might as well try and use it. but it shouldn't be anywhere relied on. It should still come down to an actual creative team of people.
Yeah. Now, when Tony Khan went public and admitted that he's been using AI to, for, try to plan episodes, but it didn't go so well. Again, I don't know how far AI is going to get you from the complexity of things, but as far as using it for creativity or for brainstorming or for assistance, by all means, go ahead. But this idea that, see, AI, Triple H has been using AI for a year and it's going horribly, it's not what happened. That's not what's happened here. And again, I think having somebody go, well, we ran some things and this is what we're looking at. If you lose all kind of human input, it becomes a very sterile product, which I mean, some would argue the WWE is already very sterile. So they're going to be they have to be very cautious with this. But for my money, I like people just, it's like the Andrade thing yesterday. You take any little detail that you can get about this company and it's instantly weaponized and it usually done in such a way that people look fucking dumb on the other side of the argument.
I feel kind of like the James Franco meme of, with the news and everything of first time, because welcome to 2025, welcome to Twitter, welcome to the IWC. I'm not surprised that was weaponized, as I guess I'm rhyming, but 100%. And again, I'm not exactly out here waving the banners for AI or anything like that. But at the same time, any sort of way that they can spin it, anything that could be, a negative story, 100%, especially Twitter is going to run with it that way.
Yeah, but you know what? At the end of the day, Nick, I don't give a fuck if they use AI, if they write their scripts in feather pen. I don't give a shit how they get their scripts done. All I give a shit about is make the product good. And if you do that, I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't care if a robot wrote it. I don't give a shit. I don't care if a small child wrote it. I don't care. Just present a good product. So I think people are all caught up. And again, they're trying to retroactive like this whole, see, 2025 has been bad for WWE. But really, they don't feel like it's been bad. The vast majority of the fan base that we talk to don't feel like it's been a bad year. Maybe not the year to remember.
It has not been a banner year. It has not been a banner year.
I think they would argue that they've sold out. They've set records. They've had AJ Lee come back. They had Brock come back. They've had big storylines. They had record breaking. Like, in what regard has it been a bad year? Maybe, some of the shit like John Cena's return or retirement tour gone a little meh. It didn't go well. They didn't pull it off properly. Yeah, sure. But they're happy as pig and shit right now within those walls. NXT's cooked for the vast majority of 2025. SmackDown hit and miss, especially coming out of WrestleMania, post-WrestleMania. But overall, I mean, again, people say it hasn't been a good year. Okay, so what made it so much worse than 2024? Let's start comparing dots. Because in 2024, people said it was shit and it was garbage. It was blah, blah, blah. So it's what? It just never got better?
Deny, though, that there has been almost, to some extent, right now, at least with the product, it feels a little meh. Granted, yes, we did just have everything with Braun Breaker, so that's 100% a complete pivot shift and everything with that. Mm-hmm. SmackDown, for sure, though, as of late, has been a bit meh. It has been on the uptick. I will give it credit, but it's been a bit meh.
I would agree that, over the last while, we've given some lower scores to SmackDown. We haven't been happy with SmackDown in that. Internally, like anyone out there that thinks that WWE is having a bad year, you might not like the product, but they're not having a bad year. They're not having a bad year in any way, shape, or form. Every analytic across the board. And we might nitpick it to death, but the general fans are filling the building and having a ball.
Well, now we can talk about a SmackDown story or we can talk about a John Cena story. Which one do you want to talk about first?
Go nuts. Whatever floats your boat, finds your lost remote.
There you go. Well, John Cena, allegedly, they're going to make him a Grand Slam champion at Survivor Series and may retire as an IC champion.
Yeah, I mean, as I turn my lights out.
The lights went out of Georgia, apparently.
There we go. Oh, nobody knows. Like, again, these stories are complete and utter bullshit. They're made up. Who was the source? And again, Fightful has nobody in the WWE building that are leaking information to them. Observer, they make fun of the Observer. Nobody's leaking information to them. So this idea that we know, yeah, sure, do it. But how do you do that? How do you pull that off now? He goes over to Raw and then wins the IC title with 4 shows to go. How are we going to pull it off?
Allegedly, it would happen at Survivor Series.
I guess. So it's
John Cena versus Dom Mysterio in San Diego. The guy's a San Diego kid. You know, you get one last match. You get Dom on the Cena retirement tour, and you get him. Maybe it's a make good for a terrible heel turn because of Dwayne. You give him a Grand Slam champion. I don't hate the idea at all.
It just seems so out of the like. Why would he do that on the way out now? We got 4 shows left.
Well, because then he'd have to drop it unless he just gives it back.
What are you going to do? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Changed my mind. I don't really want this. To me, it's bad. And again, these stories that go around the internet, remember, check your sources, folks. Because again, in a lot of ways, it's just out of the left there. Nobody's in these writing meetings going, we should tell the press this. Like, get the fuck out of here. I don't think it's going to happen. And if it does, I'm really curious how they pull it off. But there's no point having John. You crush everything you've been building for Dom and Dom's, you know, and the Judgment Day and everything that's happened there, just to give John, oh, Grand Slam, bye. Like, I don't know.
I hadn't even fully taken that into consideration. You just dead everything between Dom and Finn.
You dead everything, like in a big way. I mean, there's ways around it, but good luck.
Right. Well, hopefully he's finding some ways around things and out of left field. And sources say Jacob Fatu, non-wrestling related injury, about to be out allegedly till sometime late, allegedly 2026.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't verify this. I don't know how true it is. Apparently, you know, as of yesterday, he was still going to be on this card. Now, as of this afternoon, he's not going to be on this card. So,
well, allegedly, sources say, because I refresh in the WWE page right now, and I still have Jacob Fatu locks horns with Drew McIntyre on their front page. So,
and Nick Aldis said, mentioned it was happening yesterday. So, I don't know. I'm a little torn with this because, you know, non-wrestling related injury. What would that be?
Well, would it have been just it still would have been an injury, just he didn't obtain it in the ring. If he was at home and, you know, he fell and, you know, pulled a hammy, you know, threw his back out.
And, well, and again, this idea that it's an injury that requires a year to recover. So that's either what, an ACL, an MCL, you know,
shoulder, something like
shoulder, but even shoulders are, you can tear a shoulder and come back. We watched Cody do it. He wasn't out for a year.
Well, that was pec. That wasn't shoulder.
Well, pec. The shoulder you can pop, separate, and have back in 8 weeks. Yeah, I don't know what would keep him out for a year unless he somehow, again, it's spinal, it's joint related, it's super serious, and I hope it's not. I don't know what the truth is.
Well, I hope whatever it is, it's okay or fixes itself. Well, and even then, we don't know. And I guess, too, part of it, because it's a non-wrestling related injury, we don't know if he's actually injured. Everybody said Bandito was injured, and he's still having matches every week.
Right. And that's what I mean, again, I kind of, you know, implore people just to kind of be careful at times. And we've said that a lot of, again, we don't know. We hope he's not hurt. I hope he can perform tonight. I feel like he was on the verge or bound to, you know, really get some love from the WWE. And here he is in something big with a guy like Drew McIntyre. If he's out for a year, I feel bad for him.
Yeah, 100%. And that would really suck. And that's another big blow to already a SmackDown we've kind of said has been meh. They've had to shake up the creative team. I still wonder how long Road Dogg's going to be, you know, head coach of this team, but we'll see.
Well, I think based on the Road Dogg and his relationships, it might be very hard to get him out of there. So they better have a good case or good grounds or somebody other than Triple H snapping that whip, I think. And again, if the product continues to feel a little cookie cutter, a little basic, a little lacking originality or lacking excitement, then what are we doing? Like,
now, do we get a blessing and a curse with all of this to where we get, much like now, Seth's got to be out because of shoulder, allegedly going to be out, might miss WrestleMania, etc. Now we've got the Braun storyline, and that whole popped off on Raw. What if now with Jacob being out, we go right back to Drew and Cody, and maybe we get a new world heavyweight champion like we were gonna allegedly get at WrestlePalooza.
Yeah, and again, I don't buy that at all. I don't buy that even a little bit. Yeah, I think that you got to do something, and I do think we need some new champions. We need some shift up. We need some holy fuck moments. Like, especially what we talked about with SmackDown feeling a little cookie cutter. I need surprise us. Do something we didn't see coming. Like do that. Give us something. And maybe it's Drew. Maybe Drew deserves a run. But you got to start making this a little more exciting. And again, it feels like you're saving all your big bullets for big shows. But what are the big shows when you're running all these shows? You're doing too much and you're not giving enough.
Right. Well, let's give back and talk to the big bullets out there in the chat.
Absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to Spaz, Big Dog, MDB, number 1, 2, and 3 last night in the chat. Get in the chat, join our list. You can be on the top of the board. Get your points, super chats, and super stickers. Get you a bonus. So do not forget about that. Zach, welcome. National Pasta Day. Hey, gabagool.
Yeah, paisano. Yeah, of course. Now, granted, we didn't invent pasta, but we're kind of known for it.
Mm-hmm. That's all right. I mean, again, you guys did kind of run with it. And
well, it's like us with Columbus, too. We didn't create anything. We just took it over and just made it ours.
Yeah, right. It's ours now. We're running with it. Let's go.
Exactly.
No, I mean, happy Pasta Day there, Zach. Let's go. Timmy is back with us. Eric is here as I punch things. What's up, Eric? How you doing? Hashtag Kiss Forever. Yeah, T's and P's. Ace Frehley, one of the co-founders of Kiss, has passed away. 74 years old. Solid run. A rock and roll legend in his own right. So yeah, T's and P's.
Yeah, the spaceman, the guy that put the artist in Kiss and everything. If I had to even go back and re-listen to last night of back in a New York groove.
Michael, welcome back. It's crazy the amount of wrestlers' birthdays in October. Tony Storm, Edge, CM Punk, Perry, Saturn, Shadow Perry, Saturn are just a few. Lyra Valkyria. There's 2 names typed there apparently, but we got it.
Taya Valkyrie. That's what he was trying to say.
Yeah, was he trying to say Lyra Valkyria or Taya?
No, I think. Well, they're all Viking-y, Norsey ass names. They're all just a lot of L's, K's, and Y's.
Right. Damien, welcome back. Breaking news. Jacob is officially out.
So says Dave Meltzer.
All right, we'll see. I have heard Ilya is at SmackDown tonight. Think he returns to answer the open challenge. Yeah. Now, Ilya returns. Everyone's excited. Sammy beats him.
Yeah. I mean... yeah, or does he actually take the belt off of Sammy?
Is it too soon?
Isn't he a Raw guy? Don't we have to have a draft of some sort?
Well, we've been asking, and we're curious about the draft all year long now. A lot of people are like, are they doing the draft?
The draft will be out until 2026, much like Jacob Fatu, much like Seth Rollins.
Right. Some people out there reported, some of the great dirt sheet journalists, 26, sometime in 2026. Well, that window is closing.
Yeah. Well, I said 2025, and we're opening the window for 2026 now.
Right, let's go. Damien, good to see you. Kevin, welcome back. Always a pleasure, sir. Hope you're well. Bonkers, welcome back. Good to see you. Josh in the house. Christian in the house. 2 events over the weekend, and the rest of the regroup overall. I'm energized and ready to go. Shout out, Christian. Good job. Denisha, always a pleasure. King, Cullum Jess. There's a lot. Winner.
Yeah.
But King, welcome. Let's go. Bradley back with us. Hello, everyone. WWE will be in my town Sunday, December 28th, part of the holiday tour. Let's go. Denisha, welcome back. Good to see you. See Money. Cash. I love this name. And under the circumstances, it's funny. Cash Shepherdson.
There you go. Someone say pasta. Hi, everyone.
What is up? How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Who else we got in the house? Big Dog with us. Let's go. Paul Scott with us. Let's go. Always a pleasure, Paul. Bullshit spewed from the dirt sheets is beyond me. Are we at a point now? And we've been doing this so long. So I think one of the things that you and I have done is push back on a lot of this and try and, understand that. It's not all perfect. It's not all, but I can't think of another form of entertainment that all the fans hate it so much. Like, we are constantly cutting up something we apparently love.
Yeah, well, it's the hate watching is apparently the biggest trend in the IWC. But for $14.99, I can let you know the inside scoops of who sniffs jocks backstage at AEW.
One of the reasons
that's the thing is as much. Well, even then, some of this stuff is so wildly out there and so blatantly wrong, and never gets walked back and never gets held accountable. And they are fucking TMZ 24/7. They just spew out the latest story and hope it sticks.
Yeah, the difference is TMZ's got to make sure that they fact check.
Do they
have to, and they got to recant. There's a legal obligation there that they can't fuck around. They make mistakes, but they do have to pull them back. Certain guys out here, I mean, again, it's the Wild West. They get to do what they want. And again, when it comes to the WWE, I will remind people, Triple H hates the dirt sheets. They've blocked the dirt sheets out. They don't want to do media scrums.
I am fully convinced Hunter has a Twitter account under a different name and is fully aware of the discussions on Twitter and just
they all have to be aware.
Laughs and laughs.
Oh, and they don't forget, they pay people to be on social media. They pay people, part of their company is their social media. They're not only just producing social media, but being aware of what's going on. What are the trends? What are people talking about? And they should. I mean, they got to know, like, if something is out there that's trendy, they got to kind of be aware of it, be able to try and capitalize on it. And ultimately, if you see the people that just consistently write the negative shit, they're all the ones that got boxed out. They're all the ones that got pushed away. So now they're forced to make up stories. Sources say, for one time, I would love one of these assholes to go, so-and-so told me this. But they will never do that. Now, obviously,
that's kind of how you then no longer get any alleged
they're not getting any now.
Any bit of sense.
They're not getting any now anyway. So tough titty. They don't have actual sources.
Snitches get stitches, my guy.
Right. Just trust me, bro, is the source on just about every fucking thing. And these story ones, Drew was supposed to win the title, but nothing on the show made it feel like that was going to happen. Someone said it. And there is no proof of it, and it didn't happen. That's the biggest thing.
Well, I'd like to see it now. You said SmackDown was cookie cutter. They got a cookie cutter champion. I'd like to see a new champion, especially with Drew, because Drew has been one of the best things in WWE consistently. Great on the microphone, great in storytelling and everything. Has fantastic matches. Like, I don't want to have him stay at the top of the card. If you're going to run it back with him and Cody, he can't run it back again and lose. That's just ridiculous and preposterous. If you're going to run it back a second time now, it could be a blessing in disguise that if Jacob actually got injured, that now you run it back again and you do actually switch things up. Because Cody needs a shakeup one way or another.
Yeah, I almost agree with that. I almost agree with it. I kind of agree with Cody.
No.
Cody needs a little bit of pizzazz, a little spice, a little something, come on, give me something. Real quick before we move on, Spaz, $10 super chat. Cody versus Drew announced tonight. Drew, Zaruka are going to fight for the tag titles tonight. We do know that. Yeah. Wyatt are taking MF versus MFTs.
Destiny.
And Dark State just for Nick, maybe. We ready to go eat our mud tomorrow. Let's go. What's up, Spaz? Thank you so much. And Big Dog with $10 as well. Shout out to my daughter, Becky. Happy birthday, Pumpkin. Love, Dad. That's amazing. Beautiful man. Happy birthday to Becky. Let's go.
And she's not just the best Becky out there. Even Sports Illustrated says it. Other people are saying it.
Right? Let's go. I feel
if you're going to mention Becky, you got to do the whole promo and everything.
Right.
Did you see Omos offering up his services when she's out there? I'm gone for a week and the vision implodes. And Omos is like, my services are available.
Stop, book it right now. Becky coming out with Omos beside her, I'm good with that. All day long. If he was her bodyguard and she hid behind him, imagine her doing a promo and the baby face is standing there and she's behind Omos, like peeking out, giving her, "Oh yeah, are you gonna fight me? Come get me."
That would be amazing. But would you have to have Omos, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed? Now, granted, on an entire different side note, speaking of Omos, I've only seen still images. It's like a fucking Godzilla movie. I've only seen still images of Omos and Oba one-on-one in a ring on house shows. Give it to me now.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, it's very intriguing. And do they become somehow opponents on the main roster? Do they work together on the main roster? How does it all play out? As we are about 3 minutes away from the start of SmackDown, folks, Nick and I will dial in. You can do the same at home. Watch along at the same pace we are watching. Of course, we have it on Netflix or the Vipin, and you can make your way over and try and dial in as well. Someone say pasta. I like that one. Welcome.
I got Martin out here. Hey guys, waiting for tomorrow AW Wrestle Dream. So reminder, everybody. I know Spaz called it the Mud Show, but we'll be here tomorrow at 7:00 Eastern time for Wrestle Dream. Dream on.
I'm looking forward to it. I want to see how some of this plays out. And I will admit this, as critical as I have been about Jon Moxley and everything else, and I still don't know where this is going to go, and I don't have a whole lot of optimism. In some weird way, I have to see it. Like, it's like a train wreck. Like, I got to know what this looks like. So I'm pumped for Wrestle Dream. We're going to be here live tomorrow at 7 p.m. We will be here for all the pre-show fun, and then here all night long. As long as TK keeps us around, we will be here covering all the wrestling.
And I am ultimately, and again, I am trying to look as far down the camera as I can right now. I'm speaking to you out there. I am so utterly concerned as to how we are going to end Darby Allin versus Jon Moxley. We have had Molotov cocktails. We have had tasers. We have had mace. We have had chokings, plastic bags, poison, prison riots. I don't know what the fuck else they can do.
Your guess is as good as mine. That's partly why I'm like, I got to tune in. I got to see what this is. I got to know. Where this goes. But like you said last night, my friend, and for those who haven't seen it yet, go check out our preview and predictions for Wrestle Dream. After we get off the air tonight, you can fill in the rest of your night with that that fun show where we broke it all down. But my guy, like, if they just have a pinfall, like if they just have someone yell out, "I quit," willy-nilly, this is all for naught.
Oh, that would be the worst thing ever. I mean, imagine tuning in, wanting to see the Demolition Derby, and both cars just park and they get out and hug. Like, what are we doing?
This idea that they're going to kidnap Sting from his home and bring him to the arena to use him to get the "I quit" from Darby. I'm so interested of like, okay, how are you going to make this not suck?
Do we actually see Jon Moxley truly set on fire? And again, biggest question is, I got about less than 20 seconds before SmackDown. Biggest question is this the end of the Death Riders?
No, it's definitely not the end of the Death Riders. No matter what happens, they're not even close. They haven't even begun to like even tease that the Death Riders are close to having issues. Like they're adding people. They're signing up new members.
Yeah, they're gaining momentum. Speaking of new members and everything, folks, we do have the members. We do have the super chats, the super stickers, as you already seen. If you want to make sure you get your comment read and everything, as we got about 50 people rocking with us. Let's see if we can get to triple digits. But yeah, we do have those as well. And we got the members only streams, unlike some other channels that just want you to be a member. We actually paid off.
Yo, what kills me when you see a podcaster complaining about ticket prices when all he does is bankroll the fan base to send them to shows.
Yeah, as I gotta then, trust me.
Leaves his children at home. Bye. I got that.
That man been complaining about a lot of prices now. But anyways, I'm waiting on the blink and miss it forever.
Yeah, it's a long one, and then forever. So right behind you, like one Mississippi.
There you go. You said one Mississippi, so I clicked when you came back.
Together.
There we go.
Let's go.
Right. As we are in San Jose. I can't use the Anchorman quote. No, that's for San Diego.
San Diego. San Jose hosting WWE, the home of the Sharks.
Is anyone else mad that the Sharks have like the dopest jerseys and everything in the league, I feel, and yet have always like the shittiest team?
Yeah, they haven't had too many like super successful teams. They've had a couple sweet jerseys. I remember
sweet goalie helmets. It's a damn cool ass mascot.
When I was a kid, the team I played on was like the Rangers colors, and my goalie had the Sharks mask. Still, he was like, "It's cool. I don't care."
Exactly. It's like the Cujo. Like, remember when goalie masks were cool?
Mm-hmm.
But anyways.
Oh yeah, I had the. I was a big fan of the Van Beesbrook, the pure gold Panther.
Oh, you didn't like the Cujo?
Cujo was good. Eddie the Eagle was good.
I always had a huge soft spot for Eddie.
Yeah. But we are getting a run back of Raw, folks. If you were just tuning in and how Raw went off the air. So very interesting here on SmackDown. We're opening with this segment.
Well, it's kind of the biggest thing in WWE right now, let's be honest.
But I'm surprised because are you going to run this storyline here tonight?
They've already ran it last week or 2 weeks ago when they had the tag team match play out.
Mm-hmm. You're not wrong. Now, I mean, I believe part of that was the fact that Crown Jewel and you were getting champion versus champion. So it is an odd thing for me to start SmackDown with Raw stuff.
Is it because again, it's such a big moment, but yes, I get it. I was almost like, is it because there's nothing super big from SmackDown to open the show?
Maybe. We're getting a whole rundown of like CM
Monday Night Raw. Well, now what do we do if Seth is actually out? Who challenges Punk for the world title at this point? What do we do with that world title? Is it vacated? Null and void?
Yeah, like until we know the extent of Seth's injury, as far as did he separate his shoulder? Did he, fracture part of his arm? I don't know. We don't know. So if he's out 6 to 8 weeks, all right, fine. We don't need to do anything with that belt. Sucks, but we'll find a way to stretch this out. However, if he's out extended, do we have a tournament? Do we have a battle royal? Do we have a what? What do we do? How do we get to the solution for this one?
Don't you kind of now have to address it, especially with having CM Punk as a number one contender? You kind of have to address it out of the gate, like kind of right now. You've got all of a couple of weeks before Saturday's main event that you really kind of got to get to at least some decision on this angle.
The only thing I could think of up right now as we sit here and we got things to unfold, but one, you can have Jay go like, hey, I'm a former champion, blah, 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 blah. I deserve a run back. The other option is Punk's in the ring bragging about like, I'm the number one contender. If the champ's out, I should be champ. And that's where you bring Gunther back, and it's Gunther Punk for the vacant title. Would
you do Braun? Is that too fast?
It might be a little fast, but they seem to... Oh, we got Nick Aldis.
Oh, we've got to this has got to be the Jacob in that. Well, yeah, because Cody was set to kick this off. There was a contest schedule, so this is an announcement that Jacobs pulled from the match. Oh, yeah, I mean,
it makes me sad for Jacob just because we know how hard he worked to get here. He's here. They're pushing him. We're happy with how they're pushing him. For him to go and be out for a year, that's sad.
Oh yeah, 100, and especially he had finally kind of gotten to that point to where, and I'm not trying to miss all this here.
So here comes Cody Rhodes. So the winner of that match will face this man. But he didn't say.
Did he say? No, I think he was saying that the winner of that match was supposed to face this man.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but either way, you were getting Jacob to where he was interacting with Cody backstage, and it wasn't because of the bloodline shit or anything.
No.
He was sitting there eyeing down the belt just like Randy did, just like Jey Uso did. Jacob was at the precipice, big word, of being at the being in that main event, that main title picture.
Well, here comes the precipice of the wrestling division as Cody Rhodes come to the ring.
Is he a platypus? Because you can't make out if you want him to be a heel or a babyface.
We're not quite sure what he is. What are you? But he's giving the love, looking sharp.
Red all black, like a heel.
He's getting darker colors.
Do we ever get back dark hair Cody again?
Maybe. Don't rule it out. It'd be a real strong visual if he does a heel turn, shows up maybe like with the black hair and a bad attitude.
Well, it feels like, weirdly enough, that's more natural, but because he's a Rhodes, you expect him to have blonde hair because of Daddy and Dustin.
Right. So that's where I think the dark hair kind of separates him from babyface, super, polished Cody.
Give me a dashing Cody again.
Right, let's go. Bring back fucking Ted Jr. and
no, well, that'd be on parole.
Right.
Does Cody ever get back the mustache?
Right.
Corey Graves on commentary with Vic Joseph out here.
Congratulations to Cody for his second child.
Right. No, Nick, it's Drew versus Jacob for the number one contender.
Yeah.
Is that match still on?
That's what they're saying. So unless Jacob's hurt in a way that he can survive this match and Drew goes over, but there is a number one, like all this comes out and doesn't say Jacob can't wrestle. He says the winner of Jacob Drew will be your number one contender.
Is it just Claymore, Bob's your uncle, we're out of here?
That'd be, again,
that's almost worse than if he wasn't in the match.
Almost worse than him sitting it out of like, oh, he can't wrestle. I'd rather have him like jumped in the back,
Right.
And then
I can't remember who said it, but someone pointed out how Vic was on commentary and said Vicky Valancourt on commentary tonight.
Vicky Valancourt.
She showed me him, and I like them too.
Cody Rhodes, he looks like a heel. Make him a heel. Let's go.
Well, especially too with that douchey neck tattoo. Like Dom just had to get his neck tattoo to say that's how you get a neck tattoo.
All right. Again, the in-crowd fans, the money-paying fans are thrilled to see them. They're cheering, they're singing. I would argue that they sing other people's stuff maybe a little bit louder.
Yeah, he's still got to address how Seth beat him. You're no longer QB1 anymore, my guy. You got that patch taken off your varsity jacket.
Only for a minute. They took that patch off, and then he went down the
No, I didn't. No, we put it back on we went on the blue chip, the 5-star kid, the freshman out here got it now.
Right.
And the dog's in the yard, hoo. And then we hit the field like, who?
It feels like the next step. Let's go.
Yeah. Do you really think that they're going to go back and just kind of go straight back to I'm QB1, I'm the, locker room leader now?
Well, he didn't fall all the way down to the bottom of the chart because he lost to Seth. But so I will handle SmackDown business. Okay, so they're trying to that's Raw, that's SmackDown, but you open the SmackDown show with the Raw business.
Which I was literally about to say that. That's really weird, dog. That's really weird.
Okay, selling us on the number one contenders match here tonight.
They're really hyping up a match that allegedly isn't going to happen. Yeah, he's out here cutting a whole cut. Michael Buffer, is that you in disguise?
Right.
Cody is Cuban.
Cuban one. Cuban link in the house. Let's go.
Yeah. Australia crowds are 10 times better. Well, international crowds, they only get it once, twice, thrice a year.
I don't know. Nick Khan seems pretty happy with that international audience.
Oh, yeah. People will really travel to Saudi. Both get my ass.
People are going to travel.
Ass. You'll get some. You'll get some douche.
The same people that went to Philly, the same people that went to, Texas. You got to understand, it's super expensive to sit in the good seats anyway. That show is going to be so grossly sold out, and there'll be people from all over the world that are at that Saudi show. Like, if anyone out there believes, and I'm not saying you do, Nick, that they're going to have trouble moving tickets, maybe that's that very Americanized viewpoint. People from the UK are going to buy tickets. People from Europe are going to buy tickets. People from Africa, people from Asia, people that might not normally come to that show. And that's when he says people are going to fly to Saudi. The Americans just think Americans. No, the world is going to converge.
It's so funny because I was a double-edged sword with that, because I do think that they'll still move tickets, but I'm also like, no Americans going to that. Like, you can never post on Instagram again and try and act like you've got some moral high ground on any sort of fucking stance.
As the MFT is here. So Cody essentially came out to sell us on the number one contenders match that's going to happen tonight. Not canceled as of yet, dear Dirt Sheets. And we got Solo messing with Phoenix.
Yeah. And now that we've got MFT fully back together, we got Tama now. We had all of them show up. Ooh. But yeah, we had GOD show up. We had that big moment last week with all of them with the face paint on, and then them getting face to face with the Wyatt Six.
I like what they're doing here. I like that those kicks suck. Whoever's showing those kicks, stop doing it.
Solo.
I don't think it was Solo. I thought it was.
May have been Hikuleo. Probably Tongaloa. No one. If I had to put a bet.
Blame Tonga. Blame Tonga.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The women's tag titles are on the line.
But yeah, I liked. It's not a bad thing for Cody to come out, especially he's kicking off the show. He addressed this a bit. I lost to Seth. I'm going to handle SmackDown business because it looks like he's having a hard time handling Raw business, and hypes up the number one contenders match. That again, very much isn't happening. I'm sure. Are the Blue Jays playing right now? I saw you celebrating in the background.
sorry.
No, you're good. Trust me, 100%.
Blue Jays up 2-1, bottom of the sixth in a huge game. Huge.
Yeah, that's game 3 out here. Good on him for making it an even series. If only my Yankees could have done that.
Listen, Mad Max Scherzer has become a Toronto legend in one game. He is officially a Toronto legend after game 4.
So that means when they do All Out 2026 in Toronto, he'll show up.
Maybe.
Edge and Christian.
All right. The man is being paid by 4 baseball teams right now, getting bank. I think he made something like $70 million this year, getting paid by 4 different teams.
And Andrade can't get paid by 1.
Yeah, he can. He's just not allowed. You can have that.
That ain't even what I'm mad at. But I think this is how this whole now we're not friends. That's got to be their team name now at this point, of Charlotte and Alexa. I dig them as a team. They work. They've made Charlotte Flair a babyface. They've managed to keep Alexa doing something that isn't the Wyatts. Remember when everyone said that was all but locked the fucking stone? Hey, who's keeping count? But this has been good as a goddamn tag team. Oh, I know we got receipts, but I meant beyond that. We're the voice of reason. They're the voice of treason.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I really thought that was the ultimate goal, was something, and I'm owning it. I
thought you were showing your hand up.
I was like,
no, I mean, you were out there with that too, so we'll let you slide on this one.
It was funny because you were so aggressive. I got receipts. I'm like, no, I'm telling you.
No, I thought you were saying you got it. No, you were in there, like I said, you were in there on Edge too. So what did you let you slide on this one? Your grandfather into the Wyatt conspiracies.
So like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
But we do go to a commercial break. And the show rolls on. I will put a poll up, folks. Who you taking?
Yes, as we've got We're Not Friends, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss taking on Zaruka, Sol, Ruka, and Zarya.
That's it. So get your votes in. Again, there's been a little bit of issue between Zaruka. A lot of video going around about Sol Ruka falling on whose face did she land on, bro? Oh, Fallon.
I don't know. Mine? Can I hope for that?
Then I woke
up. Be damned. El Grande 3. I'll take you on.
And then I woke up. Is how that went.
Exactly. I'm just the Dolph Ziggler. It should have been me.
Yeah, she went for a soul snatcher, and I think it was Fallon. Fallon ended up like it was an assisted one with Zarya, and she ended up coming down on the back of Fallon's head. That's why I think Fallon's out for a little bit.
Oh, fair enough. I had legitimately not seen that.
Zarika.
Do you think now? Well, first question you can answer it after the second one, but who wins this match? And B, if they don't win, and you know what team I'm probably talking about, does it start to end up being their kind of split, their demise, their infighting starts?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think if they'll be as strong as their success as long as they're successful. The minute they have issues being successful, that's when the egos get involved. That's where the jealousy gets involved, and that's where you'll see it unravel pretty quick. So the good news is the payoff is they'll have a good match. And if Alexa goes after the world title, if Charlotte goes after the world title, it's hard to keep them back because of who they are. So this keeps them busy. But it will turn. I mean, again, they all turn.
I 100% love that I entirely meant the opposite team that you mentioned.
They're in trouble too.
Fully applied exactly the same way. That really until I was sold of you were talking on the right path until you said Alexa. So that's the thing. It works perfectly. Exactly. That's why it's amazing. This is why I like this matchup. I want to see this be a matchup. Like consistently, not just tonight.
Well, and I do think there's a lot of talk about Soul and how good she's been. I could see Zarya kind of turn on her at some point. They have it out. Zarya could win the belt, kind of sends Soul on to do other things kind of idea. And now we have a new women's North American champion, but and then Soul can just go after either the NXT title or move up to the main roster. I think you keep them together and move them up to the main roster, but that's just my take on that one.
Well, I mean, it's amazing how it seems like one company that's, still fudging around with their women's tag titles is still, making sure we've at least got some tag teams and we're talking about the tag team titles and we've got our women's tag titles on Top Talent versus another company that just introduced women's tag titles and has a whole pay-per-view coming up to where they ain't doing shit with them.
Yeah, I got to double
check.
We have
a women's tag match on the show, and we ain't doing shit with the tag titles that we announced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I gave them a compliment because we're doing like the Thekla. You almost could turn that into a tag team match, a women's tag team match. When are they doing the tournament for the women's tag?
Nobody knows. It's much like the max ratings. Nobody knows. They said it, so it sounds cool. Nobody knows. Everybody forgot about it. They did it 1 week. Everybody was overjoyed, and everybody stopped talking about it the next week.
The tournament is expected to be held to crown the first belt, revealed. See more.
Exactly. We need to see more butts with this whole thing.
Well, yeah, so I guess no official word on when this is going to go down. So why did you reveal the belts?
To pop a rating, because big announcement.
Yeah, I don't see an actual. I thought they were going to do a tournament that led into.
We booked that they were going to do a tournament. They didn't do anything. They announced it and just left it. And so did everybody else that wanted it so bad. And now we got it, and no one's followed up on it.
Okay. My bad. My mistake.
No, you're good. I'm just very surprised and thrown off by it. Is there a scale to measure finisher difficulty? The Soul Snatcher has to be near the top of the list, right?
Oh, I would agree. I mean, for me, I thought that Soul Snatcher was something you might not be able to consistently. Oh, there's Blake Monroe.
Hey. Out there on a Smackdown.
But yeah, Soul Snatcher is one of the hardest ones, and I didn't know if you could consistently do it and make it believable. I think Soul's done a good job of making it kind of like out of nowhere, the RKO vibe of like different spots where people are getting in the ring, getting out of the ring, wherever she's hitting it. So we'll see how long into her career she can continue to do that move, though.
I still don't think it's that bad because you're just doing a front flip into a cutter. It's if Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton, had a finisher child. That's what it kind of would be like if you're just doing a
but it's
front
a
flip
degree of
into a cutter.
difficulty. Yeah. But I like it. I mean, there's too many women.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's amazing.
We talk about a lot of like high knees, but high knees, elbows, forearms, variations. Hip thrusts have become finishers. Like you can survive a superplex, but she hits you with her booty, you're dead. You out.
I mean, let's be honest. How many guys have been out there and gotten hit with a booty and been out right after that?
Well, the right booty knock you out before you even get close to you.
Oh, bum.
Right, but yeah, get your votes in right now. 78% of the chat are taking the frenemies. I like Big Dog said. What about friend of pals? I don't know if it rolls off the tongue quite the same way.
Yeah, well, and even right now we're getting Charlotte Flair and Zolruka in the ring right now, and that's still just a sight to behold and shows you the faith and the trust they have in these gals.
Right. Mercedes hasn't told Tony what I like to think that's jokes.
Oh God. Well, hey, she's a former WWE Women's Tag Team title holder. Does she win them both by herself?
She might win them all.
One.
Give her all the belts. Take fucking Mercedes Moné. Oh, what's this?
Ooh.
There you go. Mercedes versus Hangman Page at World's End for the the world title, the men's world title. I'll be
That's
right
why
back.
Hangman has to keep clarifying he's the men's champion, not the women's champion.
Right. I'll be right back.
You're good. As KJ's taking a pause for the cause, as I got Alexa Bliss versus Zarya right now in the ring. And is Blake Monroe in the front row out here because of Zarya? Are we kind of getting that entanglement, perhaps? But Zarya, again, as much as Zolruka gets her kind of flowers, and again, very much deserved and earned, let's not forget Zarya also 100%. And I know I hated the name initially. She was Delta before, and now she's Zarya. But at the same time, it's growing on me. But she deserves her flowers just as much. If she's 100% established herself as a top talent in this, especially on NXT in that women's division. And it'll be really interesting if and when they split Sol and Zarya up and when they kind of have their kind of singles feud, their whole matches against each other out here. But yes, I'm in commercial break right now for anyone keeping track. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. We cover more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Sorry, I got a fucking pop up on my screen that I'm trying to get off my screen. There we go. Thank you. Yes, be a friend, tell a friend. We're back at it like a jackrabbit tomorrow for Wrestle Dream. We just hit 7.6K. We're getting ever so close to that 8K. Again, friendly reminder and strong encouragement. When we reach 10K, me and KJ are getting the logo tattooed on each other in some place. I don't think if we've fully agreed if the other one has to decide where, if we're deciding individually where, but yes, we will be getting tattoos once we reach 10K out here. So make it a thing, folks. And also we're out there on Twitch as well. As Alexis is out there on Twitch. When is Seth giving up the world title due to injury? We don't know currently. Yes, we are on Twitch as well. Ever so close. I think we're 120, 150 out there on Twitch. Let's see if we can get to 200. Get nice even numbers and everything up there. We got 60. Let's see if we can get 80. Just nice even triple digits out there even too. Get to 8K, 10K out there on YouTube, 200 on Twitch. Let's do it. Get it right on a swoop. What? Jose, I'm agreeing with you, MDB. I just did it in reverse. Fair enough. I stepped into an A and B conversation, I guess. I'll see my way out. Christian, Nick, here's a Halloween joke for what you did for you. What did the Grim Reaper told two people when they are about to die? Losers ahead, get it, losers ahead. Fair enough, Christian. I good on you if you found that funny. I don't know if it landed with me. Geekbox. I don't know if we could do that, save it up as a live stream. I I gotta find a new tattoo artist because it's been a minute for me. But yeah, there probably will definitely be some. There will definitely be some videos about it and everything. There might be a vlog, first ever Wrestling for Life vlog of getting tattoos. So again, if you want to see it, folks, that's the way you get it. Get us to 10K. Yeah, I didn't get it. Reading time with Nick. Reading Rainbow. It's in a book. Take a look. March your way. Yeah, I did. You should get a tattoo of Drake May on your bum, Nick, since he's going to be owning your asses for the next decade plus. Yeah, Christ almighty. I almost want to take that bet somehow with you, Boston. I don't know if we need to do it this season or something. Of you get a JA-17 tattoo on your posterior. I guess what is it? A DA-10, a DA-12? What's his goddamn number? We'll see you. It's in the processing, stage right now. Boston, we'll get there. But as I come back out of commercial, Mariah May's out there. I don't know who she's sitting beside, but Auntie May and Aunt Jemima out there. But yeah, as Zarya and Alexa still going at it. Zarya climbing the turnbuckle. Drake May squashed Allen. It's been one goddamn game. I might steal your idea and get my own logo tattoo when I reach 50K. Well, if you're going to steal our idea, then shouldn't it be our logo? I kid. Nick, if you're looking for a tattoo guy and ever find yourself in Albuquerque, I got a guy. Well, there you go. Maybe I'll have to go and exclusively, once this thing gets, fully operational and we're out here doing this as a full-time gig, we'll go start touring and everything. I'll go get a tattoo in Albuquerque just because Cash sent me. Bonkers, I see you. Monroe watching. Yeah, is it because of Zarya? Because they just had their matches. We're going all tilt-a-whirl with Soul and Alexa. Tag back in. Get both. Yeah, get both. Just smooches. Oh. Their little tag team twisting finisher out of the corner there, but nobody's home as Alexa rolls out here. Albuquerque. Yeah. Are you Walter White? Is it because I work with Mr. White? Am I Jesse Pinkman if you're talking about Albuquerque and New Mexico and all that? I was wearing my Wrestling for Life shirt the day I got 20. Does that count? 100%. Any bit of love you show me, Geekbox. Show us. I said me because I'm the other one here. But any bit of love you show us. Crossbody is 100% appreciated. And again, you put the 4 and 4 horsemen around here, my guy. Charlotte just throwing chops all the way around is respectfully. I mean, the camera angle did it no real justice, but it kind of looked like Ishii and Moxley out there throwing fucking chops a little bit with that. I know Cage is going to come back and have goddamn coronary because I said Charlotte Flair throwing chops like Moxley, but it just was weirdly angled and it just kind of looked like they were just in there. Oh, I know when to bomb. Yeah. Ooh. Suplex from Charlotte on the Zarya and the kip pop. Shot and a suckaton to Soul. Charlotte Flair has gained the most out of this whole tag team, 100%. She has gone from one of the most hated heels in this division to an absolute babyface. Beloved. Raw 84, Charlotte needs to go. Why? Follow-up answers. Yes, you work with Whitey Ford? Why does Charlotte need to go, though? I think she's going pretty well in the ring, but yeah, why does she need to leave? Oh, Soul and Charlotte going out right now. Again, who's the legal woman? It's got to be Charlotte, but who's legal for Soul and Zarya? Aaron Boone should have taken a left turn in Albuquerque. Aaron Boone should have just never been rehired. That's for goddamn sure. Oh, that was kind of supposed to be a drop kick. It was kind of a top rope nothing. Well, another Walls of Jericho. I'm sorry, but or a Lion Tamer. Is it always the Lion Tamer to get the knee in the back? But it's still always kind of the Walls of Jericho. Will forever be that to me. Is Charlotte and Soul again going at it? Oh, I get Soul Snatcher. Oh, duh. Alexa breaks it up. No, 8 crazy nights. Oh yeah. Fair enough. But yeah, and I gotta, speaking of Walls of Jericho, I gotta ask KJ about that whenever we get a chance on a commercial. Oh. Zara was supposed to catch her. She kind of caught her. She just a bit outside. Oh, pendulum spot into the barricade on Alexa. Charlotte's boots are a fucking mile off with this. Like the big boots, you can see she's not close. The chops didn't look great. Shit, Raw. You're turning me on, Charlotte. Moonsault by Soul. 2 count again. MDB, are you the Grand Poobah of this chat? I don't know if we have a Grand Poobah. We might have a Timon and a Pumbaa. I don't know if we have a Grand Poobah. Montana Zombie, ref slow count. Chop block from Charlotte. Monroe causing the distraction. Sorry, eventually going to turn on Soul. Zarya's going to be the one to go heel? Probably. Oh, figure 4 on Soul. Is she going to bridge to the figure 8? Well, she couldn't fully get it. So we got to, lock it in again? Oh, no, just working over the knee. I think that it will be wrong if Dirty Dom loses IC title to Cena at Survivor Series. I almost say SummerSlam. Figure 8. Yeah, 316. I think this actually might be the first time me and KJ fully agree with you. You kind of dead everything with Cena's retirement tour and the Judgment Day as Sol Ruca taps out to the figure 8 as they cut to Monroe celebrating. But yeah, setting up the North American title match. There you go. Yeah, but interesting that Sol's the one that tapped. I mean, she is the champion. You have her looking strong. She was out there and she tapped to Charlotte. And she was, to me, in my opinion, she was the star of this match. So, not going to be surprised, like expected outcome, hell of a match. Yeah. So, we're not friends, frenemies retain out here. But yeah, 316, very much me and KJ agree of, I guess maybe I'd be okay if he's going to be a Grand Slam champion if Cena wins, but at the same time, you dead everything with every story involved just to kind of take a weird left turn. And again, so what? Does he just retire as champ and just give it away? Does he give it away now? Does he, one of his appearances, one of his days is him dropping the belt? That'd be weird. Brock will make Cena lose his matches. Is Brock Lesnar John Cena's last match, as I got Cody Rhodes backstage? Jacob! Hey! Fancy seeing you here, Jacob Fatu. You know what I mean? And again, is it almost even one of those that we're out here on the West Coast? Who's that sitting? Oh, it's Drew just waiting in the goddamn wing, sitting on there. WWE's done that so much now of having little details in the background that if you notice, you notice, and if you don't, you ain't no thing. But is it a bit because we're still on the West Coast and kind of the Bay Area? Forgive me, I'm a Northeasterner talking about California out here, of saying this is the Bay Area with San Jose. But with Jacob being out here, he's going to get the pop of kind of just let him have this. And then if he's actually, going away, this is the moment for a minute. Yeah, I know, MDB. I knew you were going to pop for all the Raiders gears. We're getting a replay of everything from last week with the fireball between Alistair and Damon Priest in the last man standing match. Now we've got Zelina and Alistair. We've got, Gomez and Morticia Adams. There you go. It took me a minute to remember the Addams family names outside of, Uncle Fester and Wednesday. But we've got the Morticia and Gomez Addams together on SmackDown. San Jose is part of the Bay, so thank you. All right. I know my U.S. geography. We've had reading comprehension, now we're having geography. See? We're a wrestling podcast where you learn something. KJ's cousin it. Wow, just the hand. Well, no, that was saying cousin it's the kid. Why are you gonna say KJ's cousin it the fucking thing with all the hair on a guy that's bald? Ryan Powell, my favorite, is LA Knight. Shout out. How you doing, Ryan? LA Knight, does he slide into the world title scene? Does he challenge CM Punk now for the world title at Saturday Night's Main Event now if Seth's actually out for a bit? Instead of that's a guy they've already had the back and forth between him and Punk. Sounds like a guy who's never challenged for a world title, all of that. It'd be a thing, and it's still a guy. Who would you think is more believable right now as the guy who could win the world title, Braun Breaker or LA Knight? I can't make a poll, so let me know in the chat. But who you got, folks? As I'm in another commercial break right now. How long has Zelina been with Black? Are you asking me how long, when their anniversary is? Or are you talking about on screen? You're asking about on screen. It's just last week. That's when she came out. And is it interesting that it's kind of one of those, if you know, of that they expect that wrestling fans know that those two are actually together in real life. But yeah, as far as on screen, they've only been together. It started last week, and we'll see where it goes. 4-way title match, Anthony. Where? Who? What? Where? When? And why? Jose, geography time with Nick. Yes, 100%. Again, we're going through all the classes out here. We're trading it for the SATs. I don't know. On screen, yeah, I haven't been watching SmackDown for a minute. I forgot they were actually legit together. Fair enough. Yeah, no, they had them. She came out when they got on that spot on the equipment and everything, and was trying to fend off Damien from ending Malachi, and then she pretty much was the distraction for the fireball spot. Nick, watch out, it's Dark Side. Oh, God. They almost got me. Again, still sold it more than Moxley. Simone, those Strowman commercials look really cringe. I haven't seen any. So, is it more like man versus food? Is it on that level? Does it feel like it's worth watching? Or is it just kind of one of those of, hey, we'll just pay you? I mean, wrestling fans claim to know everything else. Why wouldn't they know if they're married? Well, Twitter wrestling fans. And again, you always have to go back to the greatest heel in AW, MJF. But yes, have to go back to pointing out Twitter wrestling fans are somewhere between 5 and 15% of your actual audience. They are a very small, loud, but small minority pocket of actual wrestling fans. Unfortunately, they just seem to be the fucking loudest. Or the most that's just everywhere. Raw for ratings breaker, but when it comes to putting the work, it should be Eli Drake. Yeah. Hey, that's not a bad show. Well, would it be ratings? Because would it be, do you do something with Breaker to where he just turned on Seth and everything and then turns around and loses? That might be a little odd. As we randomly had the San Diego Padres arena, and now I got Malachi backstage out here.
Well, from the black to the white, here we go again.
Whoa, now it's like a zebra out here.
Right.
Nay.
Yeah, that's just a horse with stripes on it. So no go.
No. But how do you feel about Zelina and Malachi out here? And by the way, Malachi's still working the gimmick of losing an eye thanks to Seth Rollins and all of that.
Continuity, but I love it. Now you're getting like that evil Zelina, and Zelina can talk, and she did wonders for Andrade. So like right now with the serpent, it's sexy, it's good, it's dark. Let's fuck it. Like this is finally, it's provocative. It gets the people.
It's provocative. No one knows what it means, but it gets the people going.
So yeah, I'm all for it, Nick. Like I like this.
Well, it's fucking Morticia and Gomez Adams as I stumbled away to find, while you're on a pause. But yeah. Especially, and again, fitting for October in spooky, sexy goth season of, again, folks, if a goth chick tries to take you home, or a goth guy, either way, or both, however you swing, you're going to be a sacrifice. So don't go home with them. But yeah.
Or do it. It might be the best thing you ever did.
Take a gamble. But yeah.
As we go back to last week,
that's who it was, Shinsuke. How did we forget Shinsuke?
Yeah, we forgot that Shinsuke got annihilated.
He got swept over by MFT.
And I was thinking this over the last week or so since we've seen this of, maybe they do. Like I would like to see if you sprinkled in maybe one or two classic Survivor Series matches on Survivor Series outside of a War Games,
Is it when there's the rumor that Tony's going to do two around in the same month? He's going to do two Blood and Guts, not just the one. All right, so we'll do the one and we'll go back old school Survivor Series. Like you do the one and it's just Team Babyface versus Team Heel.
Yeah, I mean, you could. As Miz was talking all this, Sammy's here talking all this, not happy about MFT. That's for Spaz and his little quip.
Oh, fair enough. I once saw two satellite dishes get married. The service sucked, but the reception was great.
Right. Cash. So what does the Andrade no compete clause for a year from WWE do for AEW, or is it not really a thing? We haven't confirmed yet that it is really a thing. We don't know. A lot of speculation, a lot of guessing. However, what I've been told or read is that it's not like he had a 1 year no compete clause. It's 1 year if you violate the 90 days. The punishment for violating a 90-day clause is a full year. That seems fair.
Well, to me, it doesn't go into the 90 days. To me, what I've seen is that it's because they fired him with cause. And that's what invoked. Because of the wellness test, they go back to that.
But see, you and I were under the impression that because he got fired, there was no 90 days. And that's why he showed up. Maybe that's what Andrade assumed. Maybe that's what Tony assumed. I do say, like, I saw one of our favorite little, social fucking leeches out there on X, oh, this is apprehensible from the WWE. Like, if they had just communicated, they're not supposed to communicate. Tony and his team are supposed to do their due diligence, period. Like, you can't, the Fed has no responsibility here other than, we fired you, we give you what you're obligated, but we are not required to do anything beyond that.
Hey, Tony, we're going to release Andrade in 2 weeks. If you want to sign him, you might want to get a contract in order. Who the fuck would do that in any business?
Right. Like, oh, by the way, guys, just so you know, like, no, that's not their job. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. And whatever the rules are the rules. Like, it's like being mad about, like, I can't believe I have to go sit in the box for 5 minutes because I got in a fight in hockey. Yeah, you do. That's the punishment.
Yeah, but you'll see every hockey player act like it's not their fault when they get thrown in the box. Almost all what? I didn't do anything.
But I mean, here's the thing: people are acting like in the contract it was you get 1 year non-compete and no pay, and people are like, that's egregious. What they don't get is that's if you violate the 90-day policy. That's not just for everybody. Of if we fire you, you got to sit home for a year and you get nothing. And why people even think that blows my mind, because we've seen all these stars wait their 90 days and show up places. So that wasn't, it's if you break the rule, here's the big, and the punishment's supposed to scare you from breaking the rule.
Go to hands. But right. I've found a way that we can just get around all of this, that appeases all parties involved, and we even answer some John Cena questions. Hey, Tony, we can make this whole Andrade thing go away, and you just give us Cope for one night and one night only, retirement match with John Cena, and we'll just forget about all of this. This all just goes away, because if this goes to a legal situation,
it's going to
this could be Andrade out for 8 months out of 12 months.
This could be Andrade sitting at home for 2.5 years. You know what the court system's like. They'll just injunction. We're just objection, overruled, sustained. Like, what are we doing? Like,
you could totally be lawyers. We actually even have a lawyer show. If you want to go and watch Wrestling Court to see us do our best representation of being lawyers.
Genius.
But, yes. Yeah, man, I like that idea. Like, okay, look, you can have Andrade forever, but we get Cope for one night.
And again, WWE's in a position of power with this. They don't give a shit about Andrade. Let's be honest. They have no intent to use him.
No.
And just, we'll get the best out of this. We have all the power because we can sue you. So we can hang all this shit up, or we can just move aside, move along.
Tie this guy up forever, as long as possible. And I mean, nobody wants to see that, really. And again, listen, I'm never going to stand for the big bad corporation screwing the little guy, the average guy. We are the average guy, Nick. It's not like we have this, like, there's no benefit for you or I to defend the big bad corp. All I'm trying to explain to people, and people have adversely reacted to the explanation of, this wasn't like, people don't read, people don't listen. This wasn't standard practice. Not everybody in the WWE has a 1-year non-compete, no pay clause. That's not the case.
This goes down to people, again, you said they don't read. It's reading comprehension. It's one of those of, you don't get past the headline of that. You don't actually click and try and read through the article. That's the thing, is what we try and do 95 to 99% of the time, is make sure we've read through the article fully before we even start to really kind of give an opinion on it.
Jose is onto something. Fucking imagine they bring him back. They sit down with him. Listen, you broke your 90-day week.
Santos Escobar.
Listen, you and Santos, we're going to put you in a tag team. You're coming back. Could you imagine? You're coming back. You just have to pass our wellness checks, and you're good to go. Deal? Deal. High five.
Listen, we got to. Yes, we're getting random ass. Oh, so they're mentioning how they're going to have the old WWE cartoons on YouTube.
Tito Santana. This is my childhood right here, bro.
This was beyond my time, so.
Yeah, no, this was just good times. So yeah, I guess they're putting all the cartoons on YouTube.
Yeah. Apparently, allegedly.
Now, I did see someone, I think it was B-Hockey, say Sammy's coming on, so time to change the channel. But listen, Sammy's had the best match on SmackDown 2, 3, 4 weeks running. So you might not like Sammy, but kiss my ass. The man wrestles his absolute ass off, and he's a Canadian gem. I don't want to hear it, MDB.
And even then, if rumors are true, we're getting Ilya Dragunov out here. So you telling me you don't want to watch Ilya Dragunov have a match now, as I'm probably about to take a pause before this match really kicks off? Yeah, trust me, 100%. The SAR comes in and the SAR gonna leave.
Right. I would agree with Cash here. It is odd because not like most people know, okay, I have a 90-day. We won't see them for 90 days. Some of the wrestlers put up countdowns. On this day I'll be free and can't wait. This is an odd situation because he was with one company. He left, went to the other company, was basically pushed out of that company, had altercations in the back, came back to the first company. Everybody cheered. He did not much. Got pushed out apparently because of wellness. Showed up in the other one. He wasn't supposed to. Maybe not. It's all so weird. What if, Nick, last thing, I know you're going to go.
No, you're good.
What if it literally was that, he was booked for Puerto Rico and this whole 90-day thing was a lie? It was like, this is a Tony Khan, like it's a cover up for the fact that they put him in the angle and then he was pre-booked to go to Puerto Rico and they were like, shit, we look bad. Blame the Fed.
Oh my fuck. If that is the case, then they're going to do that way. Miz, this can't be a thing. I'm still
not Ilya.
I'm still waiting. Well, does he get jumped by Carmelo? Because he jumped Carmelo, remember, for his challenge and everything. And then that's when we got Malachi.
We can hope.
Right? But, oh. Yeah, see, here comes Carmelo.
Yeah, good call. Good shout.
It's almost like we watch this every day.
Right.
Or every week.
Yeah, so Carmelo getting his receipt, and we knew this, and this is good for Carmelo. Carmelo looking like little HBK out there, because he's going to go over the Miz. Like, he's got, like, people love cheering a guy that's beating up the Miz.
Right. Well, yeah, well, the Miz is perpetually your Ziggler-ish. This is where we're going to get it.
Who's it going to be?
The rumors are going to be true.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, Dragunov.
Ilya back in the house. Let's go. It's good to see the Tsar. But does he win? Does he win, Nick?
That's the thing, is the Mad Dragon very much could win this match, and why shouldn't he?
It's going to be so good.
Shout out to, did he get a neck tattoo, or is that just, yeah, he got a fucking, holy shit. Everybody out here saying, Cody Rhodes, this is how you got a neck tattoo.
Ilya back in the house, has been gone for months. The crowd in the building are happy, folks. And strap in and strap on. This is going to be a match.
I hate you and your timing, so I'm going to conduct my way over a pause for the cause, my guy. No, you're not. No, you're not.
I can't predict this shit. But the Mad Dragon one-on-one with Sami Zayn, and they might have to have MFT come out and ruin this just to get out of this. Why is Mean Gene in the... Listen, it was different times. 2-2, shit. Yeah, so Seattle gets on the board in the 8th. I'm trying to keep an eye on it, Dale. I appreciate the update. It was 2-1 Blue Jays. Mariners still at bat. I do believe Naylor's at the plate with 2-1 on the count. Let's go, but here we go. And the crowd is loud. I will put a poll up, folks. Let me know out there. How you feeling? How's your Friday night going? And are you excited as Ilya rocking the knee brace and forearms right out the gate? He's bigger. Yo, Dragunov was on that AJ Styles rehab program. A year away, folks. There you go. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. A little bit late with the surprise. So if you are just tuning in, The Miz accepts Sami Zayn's open challenge, gets jumped by Carmelo. Kind of what happened last week, the other way around. And Ilya Dragunov has returned. Big forearm jump. Oh, Inzaguri. Please say the MFT are going to ruin another classic. Yeah, it's really going to get under your skin real quick, isn't it? Sammy for the win. I agree. Ilya is back. Big boot. Ilya looks ripped. Big if, we are doing any Blue Jays World Series watch-alongs, KJ. I think similar to the Bills, the Leafs, the Yankees. If they go deep, we'll definitely see what we can do. I'm sure a couple of the streams where the Jays are playing, beyond, will probably stick around for a couple and do it. If they can keep this run going, yeah, I would be more than happy to show up on a weekend or one of the nights and cover the World Series for sure. But same thing. Don't forget, every year, I know you know this, Bradley, our Super Bowl watch along. So yeah, I mean, if the teams we like do well, we'll cover them. 2-2. Tense times. Ilya looking good, trying to get the crowd going. Cody blows. What? What's the pet peeve? Not gonna lie, that annoys me. And you guys, I'm working backwards. Who gets an tattoo without any other? That's crazy people. I mean, it's one thing to have it; it's another thing to have only it. I do redo the poll. Add nobody. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough, big dog. That's a fair shout. 60% going Sammy. Big number, big vote for Ilya on his return. I don't think Sammy should lose it yet. And right now, Sammy, I know I defend Sammy all the time, guys. But correct me if I'm wrong. The last few weeks on SmackDown, Sammy has had the best match on the show. But yeah, totally down for that. We're totally down for that. Probably cry a little. It could have happened. It could have happened. Just go cold. I do that like what is it from? Where he like pulls the tear back in. Good to see Mad Dragon back. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, a lot of fanfare for Ilya. Ilya is a guy we want to see have matches. Ilya is a guy we want to see involved. Ilya is a guy that, if you don't know much about Ilya, look it up, especially his NXT UK run when he had to give up the belt because he got hurt. That is good shit. It is so good. And the stuff with him and Gunther is a thing of legends now. So, yeah, I'm happy to see him back. I'm happy to see what they're going to do with him. Part of me wonders, like, does he do this match but then head over to Raw? But this is what's good about the U.S. Open Challenge. Good to see Ilya. Good to see you, Matt. Join Randy and AJ in the high injury recovery league, right? Coming back jacked. Looks like he's been spending time with Joe Rogan. What is up? Be realistic, y'all. Only one team is winning the World Series. Bernard, I don't want to hear it, man. Especially because we all know the team. And I got beef with that team. I don't really care for them. And again, kudos to you for spending an absolute fortune. Almost the reason why I want to see it blow up in their face. I'd love to see the Jays win, but I don't care who beats them. I would love to see them lose. Will it happen? One down goes Ilya on the clothesline. I want Gunther to come out. Gunther should be back soon. I mean, again, as far as I know, it wasn't any injury reasons for him to step away. But I do believe that the WWE is cycling people a little bit, right? Gunther go home for a month, cool off, and then bring him back in for a run, right? So they got a lot of talent. They got to keep it fresh. The only show I remember where the characters made his tear go back in was PJ. That's it. That's a good show. Get back in there. Or what? Yeah, it might have been it. Dragunov is Russian. We shouldn't ever doubt he's crazy. He's definitely crazy. It's undeniable. We watched him put himself through some absolute abuse in the ring. You know what's so funny? It's literally like when you say broke ass, it's like you built a beautiful, gorgeous, multi-million-dollar mansion and you're pumped, you feel good about it. And then the guy with a little bit of more change comes in and builds a bigger house next to yours. That's what they've done here is, they're making the rich look poor. It broke ass. They spent a mad fortune. Just, LA said, no, we got all of this. I got Dan Marino knee brace. Yeah, right. Laces out, folks. Big kick and down goes Sammy. Thoughts on the new Shield? Roman, Seth, and Punk. The three men. It doesn't. Seth, Roman, and Punk doesn't fit for me. I think it's got to be someone other than Punk. Punk might not be the guy. They spent money on the Rogers Center. Yeah, I mean, come on now. they saved some dollars. I honestly believe that for certain people like Otani, he was just using, he had no intent on playing in Toronto. He's like, fuck that. I'm not going to Toronto. Are you kidding me? I'm going to LA. Aaron Rodgers. The enigma, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers? Ted. It's Ted. Ted Turner? No. TK? What are we talking about now at this point? Punk, not a team player. Yeah, I don't know if Punk works as like a support guy in that kind of route. And I just don't know personality-wise. If you think about what Dean Ambrose was, right? He's that ultimate kind of team guy of, he's the guy that you can throw through the brick wall for you. But I'm trying to think of who on the roster currently could take Dean's spot. Maybe that's the question of the night. Who would you put in Dean Ambrose's place in the Shield if you had to remake the Shield? Would Braun Breaker be too obvious? I mean, under current circumstances, doesn't work very well. But Sammy just gets dropped on his back. 2, again, having a banger. Suarez is out. Oh, what the fuck? 6-2 Seattle. That's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Seattle puts up 5 in the 8th. LA Knight, maybe more so than Punk. I don't know exactly. Oh, Michinoku driver. Big kick out. German. Jacob Fox. There he goes. There you go. What's up?
Say that a hero can save.
Right. This match is cooking, Nick.
100%. Trust me, I was not going to miss all of this match. I heard you talking about go back and watch everything from me because he's sat there and taken a year off and everything because of injuries. Again, hashtag, I guess, Nick's picks or Nick being picky or whatever. My introduction to Ilya Dragunov was him versus Gunther versus Bad Bones and Dub X Dub. Still, to this day, one of my favorite matches because he's just a fucking fireball of energy and 100% will work as stiff as a $2 steak, even though he's all of like 5'7".
Yeah, right. But they're both men on the apron.
Oh, he got that was supposed to be a DDT, but he caught his shoulder on the rope.
Oh shit, he totally did get a neck piece.
Yeah, he got 100%. Yeah, so Ilya 100% caught his. I don't know if that was the intent, but he got fully hung up on the rope.
I don't think it was the intent. It looked so good. They replayed it though, of like,
that's Is it weird you do that at the same time? Seth Rollins shoulder injury, Jacob Fatu injury. We sell something that could be an injury,
right? Ilya down, Sammy down. Little Nate.
Yes, because we're in commercial for those who are watching in the US.
Right.
I heard your question of remake the Shield, and I didn't hear the modern era thing. So that's why I came in on Hero because Chris Hero was supposed to be part of the Shield.
That's funny.
Good old Cassius Ohno.
Like Chris didn't even land in like they had an opportunity. They could have put Hero back with Claudio and ran the Kings back, but I guess never worked out.
Tony Khan never got those tapes for Ring of Honor.
As Sammy just kicking the head in of Ilya.
Just stomping away, but I'll transition with kicking the head in, but I'll kick your head in with Chris Jericho. Might be coming back to WWE on a retirement tour in Hall of Fame.
I see a lot of the tweets going around of like, wait till he shows up and everybody, all the Fed bots just love him again. And I'm like, shit, they're kind of right. Like, I'm going to be in a pickle if this goes down. I'm going to preemptively say again, oh, shit. I don't care. Time out.
Slapping fights. See, hey, this is how you do a back and forth fight spot. That's not just forearms and stupid chops of I hit you, now you hit me. Two down. We're starting to make a beat out there. Muster.
Right? They are just going ham.
That's what both men are feeling internally right now. They're just weeping into their willows.
Yeah. Again, Sammy haters out there. This is awesome. Listen. Every week this man shows up and shows out.
Cash saying, I'm very interested in Jericho returning because from what I remember in real life, him and Stephanie McMahon did not like each other, but that's probably kayfabe.
Yeah, I think there was some kayfabe there. I think Jericho always played like the backstage politician really well. What I was going to say about Jericho before these guys look, he's on his side yelling, "Come on!" and they're still slapping each other.
Oh,
I mean, it's all
and
right.
this is during a commercial, mind you. Like the only people seeing this are people international and those paying in the attendance.
Right. All I can say about the Jericho situation, Nick, is I've been saying for a long time, he undeniably deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I hate the last 3 years of his AEW run. In the beginning, I love that Jericho showed up. I love that he was the first ever world champion. It legitimized AEW real quick. I was a Jericho fan. I liked the Lionheart. I liked his Y2J run. Still, one of my favorite wrestling moments of my entire life was his debut when he showed up and The Rock was in the ring. Good shit. But his AEW stuff has been terrible, and it's they let him kind of run wild with creative control, creative suggestion. Sappy, my bad. But I think if you bring him in and you have a writing team around him that doesn't
Ilya off the top, 1, 2,
deep 2.
3.
But yeah, if you have people around him not letting him do his own, like if he brings the learning tree to WWE, we got a fucking problem. So that's going to be the tell factor. But my God, prove it and come back and do good shit. But he won't be doing matches with fucking Javon Evans. I guarantee you that.
Well, it's funny, so funny you just said that, because I know, full disclosure, already in advance, when he shows up, even whether it's to break the walls down or it's Judas, we're gonna pop, we're gonna be shocked, we're gonna be surprised, we're gonna enjoy the moment. Immediately after that, I'm going to be concerned about what his first match or his next match is. Like if he has a match with Javon, is it Jericho versus Bandito? If we get that and Jericho gets really exposed in ring, it's going to be a big problem really fast.
You see what the WWE has done with, we even saw it with the Dudleys and the Hardys last week, to be honest, but CM Punk's not out there. Like when CM Punk went to AEW.
CM Punk and Chris Jericho are on 2 different levels right now as pro wrestlers. Be honest.
What do you mean?
In ring right now, Chris Jericho could not have a match even on his best day akin to CM Punk on his worst day.
Right now? Oh, I don't think so. Like CM Punk's not out there having like, oh my God, like all Punk's matches, which are good. Oh, he gets blocked. No, I disagree with that. I think Punk, because he's in the dub, is protected and booked smart. He's not out there trying to do topes. Misses the haluva. It was a slow moving haluva.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The haluva. Just fucking wrench that guy over. 2 count.
Almost like
I get what you're saying. I just think that
Jericho
on his best day is still worse than Punk on his worst day.
I don't think so. I don't think that's accurate because Punk, I think, doesn't. I think him and Jericho physically are kind of in the same ballpark. Very protected. And I'm defending Jericho already. He's not even back yet. My God, off the kick. What a match.
Again, this is what we expected. This is now this has been the best shit on SmackDown, has been the US Open Challenge, because you don't fully know who it's going to be. We got the return of Shinsuke. Now we've got the return of Ilya. They've been fantastic matches going all the way back to when he had it with Cena to where he invoked the Open Challenge because of Cena. So it's been fantastic all the way through. And now you always still worry and have that question of doubt. Is this where Sammy loses?
Maybe. And again, that doubt is good.
Right?
What do you call that? The Constantine special.
The Mad Dragon. Oh! Goes for the H-bomb, eats a boot. Two to the bomb. 1, 2, 1.5 counts. Not even a 2.
What was it, 2?
Barely a 2.
Oh. But no, all I'm saying is I think if Jericho came back, they will protect him and put him in positions. And the matches, instead of going for this crazy work rate where Jericho's trying to do moonsaults all the time, you put him in a position where the matches are thought out and the storytelling takes the forefront, and you get away with being older or slower or not as physically in your prime anymore, to put it nicely.
John Cena's last match. I become man.
That's fucked. That's
in my mind.
That is hard.
Could you see it? Could they do it? Would they do it?
They could, but I don't want them to. I like
Solo.
Yeah. I said this when you were on your
he distracts them. Oh, because I'm gonna get you. Yeah, you gotta. Oh, exploder. Is this gonna kind of job out though, Ilya, if he loses?
No.
Oh
my God. No, it's one of those like John Cena performances. H-bomb.
1, 2. It's your new U.S. champion. We said it. We never thought it could be true, but it had to be. Oh, so blue, your new United States champion, Ilya Dragunov, on his return.
Nonsense. What? Ilya's your champ.
As soon as Solo popped up, I was like, is this going to be the one where he cost him? I distracted you. I get you. And he kind of, stepped aside and see them replaying that exact moment. He stepped aside when Ilya showed up the first time, but he got slick. He got caught.
Son of a bitch.
But hell of a way. But again, fantastic match. You can only keep the open challenge for so long. And if this is now your U.S. division,
and then leave it open,
goddamn go.
Yeah, but
we're gonna get Ilya Dragunov versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, and let Ilya keep the open challenge open. Let him keep doing it. Ilya Dragunov with the pyro, your new U.S. champion. Unreal. I love you, Sammy, but this is a big one, and we were talking about this on the kickoff. Nick, that we need some of these moments now. It feels like we're not getting enough of these. Didn't see that coming moment. This is a good one.
Oh, absolutely. And Ilya goes back to looking fucking scary and intimidating again. If he's out there with the very Russian look, the Nosferatu. God,
MFT.
Ain't nobody realer than gorillas. As they jump, as we were going to have a moment. But Ilya looks like a goddamn Bond villain, especially now with the chest piece and the fucking blistered ass chest and everything.
When he gets that filled in, he's gonna look insane.
Yeah, but he has that innate, like, the blood vessels pop and everything anytime he gets chest like chopped. So he looks insane. Like he's been through war. Him out there holding that belt was an amazing shot.
So, here comes
Phoenix.
See, are we setting up like it feels like we're setting up like a multi-man thing of Phoenix, Sammy, Ilya, Shinsuke versus MFT.
But what about the Wyatts? We just had the thing with the Wyatts.
Where are the Wyatts? Yeah, where are the Wyatts?
That's the thing. Is this too many, stokes in the flame here a little bit?
No. I don't think so. I think it really makes the middle of the show feel a little more fucking cool, especially on a show that's been lacking it.
This has been the most that MFT's been relevant, and it's been them branching off and breaking away from the bloodline story.
A complete reset.
Yeah. What's he saying?
Did you all forget? I did.
Let me remind you. Allow me to reintroduce myself.
My name is Soul.
Oh, H to
S to the O.
S to the O-L.
I'm gonna make my family tree MFT.
Oh,
Lights out.
Here we go.
Lights out. Let's go.
Do you get a 3-team war game?
Maybe. I don't. Maybe not war game, but something.
The dead president ain't no such thing as halfway crooks.
Let's go.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
This is helping MFT, and this is making the Wyatts not feel like a tribute band.
I like this. It's funny because the Wyatts are kind of doing a similar thing of they're like the faction that's trying to get out of the shadow.
Behind. Exact same and the opposite Uno reverse card from last week.
But still no Howdy physically there. We saw this last week, right?
Yeah.
We are sans Howdy, who's apparently dealing with an injury.
Well, who's the female participant of MFT that takes on Nikki? Is it Peanut from LFG?
I was going to say Peanut. That's hilarious. I was going to say we might have to call up P Nasty here.
Yeah.
I think I got a few P Nasties. Never mind. Moving on.
Folks, brought to you by California Peanuts. I don't know. My planters.
So MFT walking back. Crowd boos. So again, I think this, you look at Aleister Black joins Vega. They get a little more interesting in the mid card. The Wyatts, I like what we just saw there. It feels good. I like it. Not overly campy. You're looking at the MFT looks good, looks strong. I believe them. I'm into it. Sammy just lost his title. Ilya's back. So the middle of this show starting to feel real much better.
Did that stomp though on the moment of Ilya won?
Not really. They gave him the pyro and everything still.
So we got the 10-second camera shot. And folks, that's how you know it's fall season. You know it's Halloween season. You need to go and get your layers at the merch store and everything like that. Again, hashtag we shirt people. But wrestling is getting spoopy again. We're getting the Wyatts. We're getting MFT with the face paint. We're getting into the spooky season. All we're missing is an Abaddon.
Right. Tamina or Naya.
Ooh. Ain't nobody meaner than Tamina, but she's been retired for like 3 years.
Yeah, no, I don't know how long she's been retired. She felt like she was retired for 8. Wyatt 6 as we are in a commercial break, folks. I will take a second to remind everybody we are back tomorrow, 7 p.m. as we bring you Wrestle Dream. We're looking forward to this one. It's going to be a busy, busy night. We get here. We got 4 pre-show matches, 8 main show matches, and it's going to be a good time on a Saturday night. Do not miss out. Of course, Raw and all your favorite wrestling next week as we go to Halloween Havoc. The week after that, we got Saturday Night Main Event. We have Survivor Series coming up. We have Full Gear coming up. We got, I think, Turning Point from TNA. There's so much wrestling coming your way. Plus, we will be here for some of the fun independent stuff. So be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. And again, we want to keep moving the needle on this channel. So thank you for being here each and every moment that you are.
I was going to ask if we're at the point of, is there too much wrestling out here? But B-Hockey kind of took the too much and put it to Timu of the Timu bloodline versus the Misfit Toys. Is cooking? ?
Yeah, I think the bloodline had a reset, and I like this. I don't know how do you feel about it, but
I don't think it's the bloodline anymore, and I think that's why I like it is because it's the MFT of now we've got Ain't Nobody Realer Than Gorillas. When Tama Tonga showed up at SmackDown at 8:00 in the goddamn morning, I proceeded to spend the rest of my day jamming out to the Gorillas of Destiny theme song and everything. This has been the one thing that's made the Wyatts feel, again, like I just said, not feel like a tribute band, not feel like they're just out here because Bray was amazing. Yeah, this has made Solo and everything feel independent, like they feel like their own crew. They're not tied to Tony Soprano, Roman Reigns anymore. They're their own crew. They're real boys now, and they're out there taking out Sammy, Ray Fenix, Ilya. You've now setting up team versus team for a War Games as we head towards Survivor Series. Like you said, it's made the middle of the show, the top of the hour, kind of your can't miss stuff right now for Friday Night SmackDown.
Yeah, and I think that sometimes, I mean, like, be hockey, in all due respect, I feel like, wrestling fans hold on to things real tight. Like, they can't kind of evolve with the show sometimes. Oh, they're the team. No, they're not even trying. Like, he's branched out, pun intended. And you got to give people a chance. Like, what do? Retire because they'll never be the bloodline? Like, no, you got to give them a chance. And they're presenting in a way that I think's cool. But it's just we're stuck on what they used to be. Like, okay, fine. But if you don't put them in the ring, they'll always be that. And again, I think the Wyatts are finally feeling kind of interesting.
Well, the face paint made it even less serious. I think the face paint made it even more serious because, again, if you want to, and I'm surprised you, Be Hockey of all people, are out there besmirching the name of the Gorillas of Destiny out there from New Japan and everything after they mentioned the Bullet Club and all of that. If we're going to want to incorporate all the wrestling, and we're all real wrestling fans out here and everything, right? We know all the wrestling because we don't need video packages, AEW, right? That out there now they feel like an actual mercenary team, like an actual group of badasses you talked about earlier of if you were going to redo the Shield. They're just the Shield just a bit bigger. It kind of feels like they're hired goons. They're mercenaries out there. They're the Expendables in one way or another.
Right.
Oh, as we're getting a replay of all the house shows, is it just me, or have you seen it too of all the CM Punk hate now of because he told fans, we've told you enough. Please kindly don't harass us at the airport. Don't barrage us at the fucking hotel rooms. And then now, especially too, because he had a house show moment in Australia celebrating with EO and Rhea that everybody wants to make it like it's creepy Uncle Phil.
It's creepy people making it creepy. It really is. Like, people can have fun. If your instant thought is creepy, you're probably the creep.
Well, we know where you went.
Yeah, you're creepy. And I don't know what to tell you about it. I think right now, Pepsi Phil, is having the most fun I've ever seen him have in his career. I've never seen him, even going back to his Ring of Honor days, he always seemed like such a tense guy when you would see him in interviews or doing shit with Colt. Don't say that name, but but at the end of the day, he seems like he's just having a good time. He's later in his career. And I think that, let him have fun, and people are just ridiculous. And he's right. I mean, again, as a superstar, you got to understand, you're going to get noticed. People are going to want to be around you, but don't be creepy. Don't be mouth breathy. Don't be all over these.
Don't be a tribal Keith. Shout out Ben Bishop out there. 100%. Yeah. Don't be a tribal Keith. Don't be out there, camping out like it's goddamn Black Friday to get a Rhea to sign, 10 pages of shit you're going to turn around and sell on eBay.
There's a limit. And again, when we were kids, we'd wait over by where the Zamboni back exit was of the arena when we knew, the Leafs were, doing their summer camp. We would want to see them. But you don't, like, as a grown adult, follow these people to their cars and, be in the way that they can't get in their cars. Like, there's a limit. And a lot of them are doing it because they want things to be signed so they can sell it. Get the fuck out of here.
I get that. It used to be a thing to where you want to be by the board so to see if they. Oh, I'm sorry, I talked over Kiana James. I'll be quiet now for a minute. Why is her center of her chest so oily? It's drawn my attention because it's reflective.
Listen, the first thing I notice on a lady is her heart.
Well, I don't know if we're gonna beat the talking about they're creepy and they're kooky. They're all a little spooky. Yeah, I never see family. Da 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 da. Oh, Tiffany and Kiana backstage right now. But no, to go back to what you were even saying towards the end of that, I still remember because I had not exactly a pro team by me, but top college teams and everything. You just go by the fucking boards and just hope that they, kick over a puck at you and you can catch it. They touched it. And so you get that with
Yeah, that's the way it should be.
You're on Netflix. You're one of the top pro wrestlers. You're one of the top people in your craft and your
100%.
field. But at the same time, I don't need to be. I wouldn't be wanting to woken up with somebody shoving 10 trading cards of me in my face so they can turn around and flip it on eBay. What are we doing out here?
Yeah, I worked hard enough to get myself rich and famous. I'm not here to help you get it.
Jesus H. Christ.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, folks. Yeah, by the way, we are not rich and famous. We are out here, doing this for the love of the game.
We're neither of those things at this moment.
Yeah, true. Oh, we've actually got a Motor City Machine Gun spotting.
They are actually reflecting on their 1 year anniversary. So 1 year of MCMG and WWE. Maybe not the most. It went fast. I can't believe it's been a year.
It's forgettable more than memorable. As we've got Berto and Garza.
Does this mean Santos shows up, being that he's back? Is he back here?
Do I care?
Right? How do people feel about 1 year of MCMG in the WWE? They win the titles the first night or the first week, and then they lose the titles quick, and they haven't done much else. I can't believe it's been a year because it hasn't been the craziest. I wouldn't say the most successful of years.
Forgettable.
It's
not that love song, unforgettable. That's what you are. No, this has been sadly forgettable. They've had a tag title run, and it feels insignificant, inconsequential.
It was.
Yeah.
6 months of MCMG as they're coming out to the ring now. Breathe, Nick.
Like this. Clap to the rhythm of the funk here. Oh, so we're setting up this match here. Is that you just crashing your microphone, or are you doing something?
Here comes MCMG. Who are they? Oh, they're going to take on Las
Yeah,
Garza.
they're going to take on the. So you might be right. Oh, this is where we get an Escobar. Is that just a bigger? How big is your balls out there? If we're going to put Escobar, we're going to put Andrade. How everybody says Andrade or Escobar does exactly your gimmick. We're going to turn around and put you in the penalty box for maybe a year while we turn around and put him on TV after we paid him all the money we weren't going to give you.
I mean, it's kind of funny.
That is the pettiest of petty moves.
What do you mean it's petty, though? I don't get the petty part of this.
Because I'm a Twitter user with a anime avatar picture, and my user handle has 7 digits at the end.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, I don't see the petty side of it. He was working with Angel and Berto before his contract expired. Do you know who I would be bothered with out there right now? The kind of like butthurt more than Andrade? Because Andrade, by all reports, fucked up. And people can't overlook that he fucked up. Killer Cross, though, a guy that wanted to renegotiate, doesn't get a renegotiation, and Santos gets the big money.
Oh yeah. 100. We talked about that when the whole news broke. That is just hatui. But yeah, it's funny to me how the guy that tried to break every contract he's been in is the babyface in the situation. You mean the guy who kind of has been the asshole in the situation, punches people in the face, fails wellness tests for God knows what, and they've loosened up what fails a wellness test, let's be honest, is the babyface in this situation. Right. Not to act like WWE's, gospel choir out here, but Jesus.
95% of the chat are going for MCMG as expected.
Right.
Go MCMG. But no, I mean, yeah, like it's.
If you fuck up and get fired from your job, are you in the right? Because you punched a manager in the face.
Yeah, I mean, again, your reasoning. You might have an excuse for doing what you did, as drop kick from the top. Yeah, like everybody on Twitter that wants to weaponize the news, they are literally overlooking. Like it's like Andrade was the model employee, main event level, should be Cody Rhodes instead of Cody Rhodes, and they just fired him arbitrarily and won't let him work anywhere for a year. Like, they're leaving out big parts of the story to make their story sing.
But it's again, how do I spin the narrative? Ooh.
Kicked him in the face.
With the little hole, too, to hold him in place.
Right.
This is Tom Petty.
Tom Petty. Yeah, I just don't get this idea that they're petty. I don't think they're petty. I think they're upholding actual business practices.
In the pettiest way possible.
What's the petty part?
They're not going to use him. They don't give a shit. WWE.
So he should be able to fuck up at his job and then just go elsewhere and just work for them.
Well, why did you not care about Mexico?
I don't know that they didn't. Maybe that's when they sent him the letter of like, can you stop?
We don't give a shit if you showed up for Tony, but this Mexico promotion that all of 10 people knew about, I swear to Jesus, we'll take you to court.
Well, they said like they had reached out to Andrade and let him know, like, don't do this. So maybe it was after the Mexico show. They were like, here's your letter. Stop. What's the petty part?
No, come back. They were the Willy Wonka of this shit.
What's the petty part? There's nothing petty here.
Because you're holding a man hostage.
The man didn't do his job. What is the petty part? That's like...
You're not going to use a guy. So why are you going to keep him on the sideline?
Because he violated his contract. That's like having your girl cheat on you, and then you guys break up. She's going to be with the other person, but you let her live in the house with you. You're like, fuck, what are we doing here? Like, you don't let the person.
No, that's the exact opposite of that. That's one of those. So why am I trying to keep that lady around and everything? You can go and have that. Don't even want to go on, move along, get the fuck on. No, I ain't keeping you over nothing. That's saying you can't date anyone for another year. I'm not going to date you, but you can't date nobody else either.
But and you're right. Terrible example. But you can't let him just walk away. It's bullshit.
Yes, that's not how life works. They did, and it feels like they just
fired him.
No, you ain't going with them.
Fired him.
That's
not how life works. They fired him. He didn't
who cares? Let him go. You ain't gonna bring him back.
You're only holding him for a year if he violated. No, you're not listening. They didn't. The 1 year punishment, which we're guessing, only came into play because he violated the 90 days, Nick. You're missing the point.
Well, I haven't heard the whole thing being invoked because of the 90 days. I heard it's because of the wellness policy because he was fired with cause. And that's why we invoked the 90 days.
That is wrong. That is not accurate, my friend.
Well, I'm going off the information I've been told by my sources of Brian Alvarez, Dave Meltzer, Sean Ross Sapp, the greatest wrestling journalists out there in the game.
Like I said, you got to learn. You got to pay attention. You can't just let this man violate his contract, because then everybody would do it. If you hate your job, then you just beat up somebody and then go work for the competitor. That's not how this works. That's how he got out of AEW. And again, the 1 year only kicks in for violating the 90-day. It's not in the contract. It's in the contract if you fuck up. So here's the tip. Don't fuck up. Stop breaking the law, asshole. That's what this is. He broke the fucking rules. And in life, there's punishment for breaking the fucking rules. You can't just, but it's so mean. Just let him go. He broke his contract. Fuck him and fuck that.
I like how this started off with me saying, why is the guy who fucked up twice in both companies the babyface? And it turned around to me defending him. Yeah. And I love, though, everyone, mom and dad, stop fighting. All right, stop fighting. No. Cash out here. Small arguments are healthy for any relationship.
100%. That's why we're healthy as fuck.
There you go. Like that, yeah.
But that's what everyone's overlooking, is that they're like, Andrade was just doing his job. He was a model employee. They underbooked him, and now they won't let him work at the other. Poor Andrade can't work anywhere. Andrade.
Should we make hashtag free Andrade shirts?
They're already out there probably, but Andrade violated his contract. You don't you can't not pay your rent and still get to live in the house. And he's trying to take the house with him, and you don't get to. Sorry.
Squatters' rights. What does the independent contractor thing be an issue?
What's that?
Does the independent contractor thing raise an issue?
No, because you signed a contract.
Fair. Well, and
contract.
And we talked about this, and I know that, hey, this tells you how significant Motor City Machine Gun's whole fucking run has been, as we're talking about everything else but this match. But no, you touched on it last night, and again, I think it's a topic that needs to be reiterated, because a lot of people, especially those on wrestling Twitter, have not ever been in that position personally, I feel, to where you've actually been not in a wrestling sphere at a regular professional job and had a no-compete clause.
Yeah, in competitive markets. I mean, it's a common practice. And again, it's to protect the company. And it's, for multiple reasons. But if I go to a company and I learn all their ins and outs, and then if I'm contracted for 2 years to work for a company, but 60 days in, I tell my boss to go screw himself and I start showing up to the job, on substances I shouldn't be on, I get dismissed. But I voided my contract. I didn't uphold my end of the contract. That doesn't mean that once my contract gets voided or I get terminated, that I can go to the competitor. No, it's in my contract that I can't work within that industry for 6 months, a year, depends on where you are, depends on who you are and what level you're at. At the end of the day, anybody that's presenting that in his contract was you get a non-compete with no pay for 1 year, they're not smart people. I don't care if it's Sapp, Meltzer, fans, that's not what happened. The 1 year is for violating the 90 days. If you violate our 90-day policy, we will hold you for 1 year as punishment for fucking up the 90-day. Did
he know that the 90 days was there?
It's his job to know.
It his job? Is it Tony's job?
I like Corey's job.
I like Corey's comment here of, Nick, if this was wrestling court, you'd be disbarred. So am I the better call Saul of wrestling court?
Yeah, we might have to take this one to court. But that's what the fans are overlooking. And that's what I said, Nick, is they leave out vital details to sell their narrative. The big bad corp holding wrestlers for a year. This is unethical. It's 1 year if you violate the 90-day. Name me one other wrestler that was held for 1 year for violating. None. They were smart.
Well,
and
no,
he's not quite there.
I can't say, because I say a negative thing about Brock Lesnar, because he'll have his way with me and everything, one way or another. But Brock Lesnar is, to me, the only other example that I would say of a guy that's fought and back, and I was going to wait on that, of another guy that's fought and back against the whole non-compete of tried the NFL, went to the UFC, basically told them to go fuck themselves on that. You can't work here.
Yeah.
Shit. But it took 8 months of litigation. Andrade does not have 8 months of litigation, I think, in good faith built up.
Oh, Saban gets yanked down by Shelley.
But Cash out here saying, I'm down with the rest. What?
Sorry, just a little bit. Looks like we're about to finish this one off.
Yeah.
Skull and Bones.
1, 2, 3.
Big Dom.
Yeah, Cash out here saying, I'm down with the Wrestling for Life Network. This is the only wrestling streaming channel I subscribe to.
Smart man.
As should everybody else. Go spread the good gospel of wrestling out there. Go out there and make sure you don't have a non-compete. We don't invoke a non-compete out here, but we will hold you for 90 days. What?
Right. Control your narrative. Let's go.
Well, that folded faster than a fucking tent.
Right. And like I said, I mean, the Andrade thing, I think, again, a lot of people don't know what they're talking about, so they get super excited, and they're so eager to throw things against the wall that they don't know what's happening.
Fair enough, but I love this from Dennis. Boys, go to your rooms until you can come out and get along.
Sorry, I get distracted by a human condom. What is happening here?
Flexi! I dropped my Magnum Fraxium from my Magnum tag team.
But Fraxian, we haven't seen in a minute. So
and then I just started blasting.
Right. And again, I think back to your example, DIY,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's what people do. If you have a non-compete and say you do leave your place of work, you will go to similar jobs outside of the industry. And then maybe, you know, a year later or 1 year elapsed, if you might work your way back in, but they keep you away because they don't want you going to competitors. And again, I want to be very clear to people. The 1 year non-compete only exists if you break your 90-day. And that is a threat.
I mean, did he break it in AEW or did he break it in Mexico?
Doesn't
Is
matter.
he going to break it in Puerto Rico?
Gonna break it everywhere. Apparently, he don't give a fuck. Imagine Tony Khan signed him to a contract, and now he's getting paid by Tony Khan to sit at home.
What is Wardlow, Britt Baker, Chris Jericho? Fuck, is this the word association game again? How many can we go here? Is this fucking categories or something?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
The money mark out there. Imagine, is that Andrade's ultimate play of fuck it? I'm under an AEW contract. Right. They're going to pay me, and then if I sue WWE, they're going to have to pay me too. So I'll just sit at home and be El Idolo getting paid.
It's happening. So much to people's reporting. Here comes the Samoan Werewolf for the main event. Main event already. But who wins? Who will be the number one contender? I'll throw in nobody.
No, we're not gonna have it because
you dirty bastards. Dirty bastards.
What is
he's bleeding?
What in the raspberry jam? What in the Kenny Omega? What is going on in wrestling locker rooms out there? We've seen this with Kenny Omega. We've seen this now with Jacob Fatu. Stop eating the rhubarb pie, folks, in wrestling catering because it makes you just explode. You get taken out. You just projectile out there. That was not blood. That was not. What was that?
Yeah, people might want to rethink. Buddy Mert Matthews is injured. He sprained his ankle in January. What the fuck is happening there?
I'm just waiting until the shit runs out. She's my cherry pie. Yeah, what? It would have been fine if you just had him down there. Why did you have the little extracurricular out there?
Right. Well, no, but I mean, it looked. Yeah, it's all the catch-up.
You done busted his guts. Well, that's why you got to keep him out till 2026.
I think they tried to make it look like some of his teeth were on the ground. I don't know what the fuck was happening.
Psychos too.
Man, it's so funny. They waited and they waited and they waited. They were not telling people that this match was not going to happen till the last possible minute.
Oh, trust me, I was waiting for a question to the last possible minute, but I'll be back at it like a jackrabbit, sir.
There you go. Nick taking a pause for the cause. We are on a break right now. We are in the main event. And if you were just tuning in, Jacob Fatu is down. He's bleeding. And for the reports that he was hurt and injured and might not make this match, there you go. There you go. You got to give credit where it's due, as it may be the case that we are not getting Jacob Drew McIntyre. Does that mean Drew defaults to the number one contender? Is there who fills in on last minute notice? Who could be the guy that steps in to take on Drew McIntyre? Is it a Randy Orton? He's been pretty quiet. Is it who? Who do you got? Now we open the show with everything about Seth, and just brought like Paul show up. And Breaker slides in there, but that doesn't make much sense. Drew versus Randy might be it, MDB. Drew hears voices. Oba, maybe too much of a leap, my guy. Maybe too much too soon. It would be great. It would be great, but maybe too much too soon. Christian, what do you think of Andrade starting bad blood between Triple H and Tony Khan? About his gone. I think have you been here for the last 20 minutes? Yes, listen, again, I know Nick and I went back and forth about it, and all my big goal with any of this is just trying to give you guys the facts. Again, you can have your opinion any way you want, but at least have an educated opinion on what is going down. and the people that are presenting like the WWE is holding people for 1 year, and all the rage, what I find so ironic, guys, really stop and think about it. We have all this talk about Andrade might be held for a year. How many wrestlers have been just sitting around under contract in AEW for months upon months upon months upon months upon months? And we overlook that to make our point. And we are so desperate to prove that the other company is bad, we overlook our own shit. And that's what drives me insane, is so quick to be like, oh, here comes the big bad Fed again, doing Fed things. When actuality, they had to deal with the guy. And that 1 year is a punishment for violating the 90-day. Again, well, don't hold him. You're like, no, but that's not fair. That's not how the world works. But nonetheless, we are back. Jacob is spitting up blood. He's got a black eye. He's looking at Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis steps in. That is his teeth on the ground. Not so jelly-like. We're good. I mean, teeth. There's teeth.
Yeah, I'm jelly rolling. I'm another Nick stepping in, but we got Drew McIntyre.
Big shout out to Vince McMahon, who decided to take my beard and put it on his head.
Pepe La Pew. Ho, ho, ho.
That shit.
Ho, ho, ho. That's all I can fucking think of, my guy.
I honestly believe that he's having fun with it. Like, all right, give me a mustache.
Can you have a midlife crisis, senior life crisis, and almost this would be the first human being to have a post-life crisis.
Yeah, he might be in his third midlife crisis because his life keeps just hanging around.
You've outstayed your life.
Good spot for KO to come back. We don't know. Like, I mean, he got neck surgeries, and we don't.
I never want to jump the gun on that.
No, I would.
Where's the free Britt Bakers? Where's the free? Christ Almighty! I blanked on her name there. Who was out there with
Deonna Purrazzo? Let's free her.
No, she was Tom Latimer, Camille.
You got there,
Captain Antonio.
Yeah, Drew is fucking ridiculous. Let's go.
He's so good.
All breaks. And raise my hand. Who's coming out, Nick?
Adrenaline in my soul. Something. Cookie Cutter Roads.
You got to give us something. You can't just do that.
They'll do that. And congratulations, MFT and Sami Zayn. Ilya was your best match of the night. Was your whole segment of the night?
See, there's some. Well, I don't know what happened back there, but it's really bad.
I had nothing to do with it.
He comes back in like 8 months from now, and it was Cody that took him out.
It was Naomi. It was Naomi all along.
Right. Tomatoes. All breaks, no gas, says Drew McIntyre.
I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it.
Yeah, so Drew is demanding the number one contendership. Nick Aldis is saying no. That sounds Cody.
Who's yelling enough?
Yeah, you called
Cody. We're done with all this. When did Cody get some bass in his voice?
He's trying. Say it with his chest, bro.
Yeah, say it with your chest.
You want your muffin cup blue? Is that a drink? Is that a drink?
Yeah. We're going to do something right now. Tell me they do a world title match right now. Tell me they do a world title match right now. We switch that shit. You want shock and awe, my guy? You want to compete with Monday Night Raw? You showed all the shock and awe Monday Night Raw. Shock and awe.
I'm telling you right now, listen, I think if this is the end of this show and it's just we're fighting off, we're going into the sunset, setting up this match, to me, it's a bad look for the WWE this Friday, for my money, because you sold us on a main event all night that you knew wasn't happening.
You knew 2 days in advance this shit wasn't happening. Yeah, so this is I'm in a commercial, but we're in Walk and Brawl.
Right.
So they're what? They're going to come back with 8 minutes left for this match.
There is
this
no
might
match.
Be it. This might be no match.
It's a fight. That's what I mean. To me,
that's bad.
There's no main event, and I don't mind that there's a brawl to set up this match, but you got to give us a main event in its place. Like, do the Sammy match in this spot kind of idea, right?
If you're gonna, at that point, if you're gonna have the change and everything like that. Now, granted, you can't do the MFT Wyatt shit, but
is this AI writing? Not yet, but
I don't know. It might be.
It feels a little. I mean,
we're getting all of the action for the U.S. centric, I guess. Yeah, America. I wave the white flag for America. No one in the U.S. is seeing none of this right now. They just they're getting sold a prophylactic and they're going shop at Walmart right now.
Yeah.
As we're fighting through the crowd, we're headbutts all the way around.
So nothing's been official. So
Cody's still in street clothes. Cody out here with a fucking pocket watch still.
Drew was supposed to have a match to earn a number one contendership, and basically he's getting it by default. So he didn't have to, they didn't find a replacement. And that, to me, they could have done. They could have come out, like, all this was here to start the show tonight. Jacob can't wrestle tonight. This is who's going to fight Drew.
That's the thing, is you had it and you started the show off with selling us on this. Mm-hmm. And even how you got out of this feels so cheap. So it's like one of those, hey, boss, I can't come into work today. Like, I'm obviously Jacob actually hurt, but the way it came across was that way.
Right. So we are 8 minutes, about 7.5 now minutes on the clock. And similar to the Blue Jays game, a little lackluster ending here.
Yeah. Well, and Cody's got the chest out, straps down. But yeah, this is
coming back.
I mean, on one hand, if you're gonna run back Cody and Drew can't lose again, right? That can't be a thing, right?
Cody lost twice. You can lose twice.
But at this point, all Drew does is lose.
I mean,
ding, what the shit? So, folks, we've got a match with all of 7 minutes on the clock. So let us know briefly and fastly who you got and why this is a thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. The match is on. Ding, ding. Let's go. As Cody and Drew are having an impromptu match, which almost wonders why they just didn't get it started quicker instead of doing all the outside of the ring stuff. But I guess that's a good way to kill a commercial.
Just fucking advertise this match. Just sell us on it.
No, I like this, though. I mean, I will say, if they just got in a little scuffle, no. But I don't mind the fact that this was supposed to be a number one contender match. Somebody took out Jacob, and Cody's sick of this shit. Let's fight tonight. That's okay. That's
Drew with the fucking scissor chop there and just tossing Cody around. But Cody's out here in street clothes.
Good. It has an excuse when he loses.
Well, he'll have an excuse regardless of whether he's got a bazooka or street clothes.
Nobody wins. Poor booking. I'm kind of with you, Chair. But again, to me, they got the fans standing and even myself of like, holy fuck, we're doing a match.
I hear voices in my head.
Yeah.
They help this booking. There needed to be.
Oh, that's all the outs as Cody does a John Moxley and bites the forehead.
Sometimes you just want to see how your homie tastes. Pause.
Right? Why can't Fatu just tell us who hit him? Yeah. Was it you, Drew? Ask the guy that's on the ground.
Scooby-Doo, who be you?
Right? Did they cut your tongue out? What the fuck are we doing?
Well, if he's losing teeth and everything like that.
Well, I can't tell you who hit me.
He's got to have that old, like, the ice pack and the fucking bandage around his head.
Do it. Listen, you want to shock the fucking world? Monday night ended with an insane bang. And Ilya winning the U.S. title and Drew winning this match here, I'm telling you, I'm giving this show a huge mark. Future shock.
TV. Dos amigos. Yeah, but I mean, is it really surprising that Drew's going to be your number one contender if
Against
Jacob's
Jacob
out?
Fatu? No, you're saying Jacob didn't have a chance?
No, if Jacob's out, that you're surprised that Drew's going to win this match here, that Drew would end up being your number one contender. That's what you said. If he wins this, you're going to give it a huge mark because Drew's the surprise to win here. Yeah, it would be a surprise if he went over Jacob. Him winning this to challenge Cody at a later date, I don't think is a big surprise.
I thought this was for the title, Nick.
I don't believe so. I could be wrong. If it is, it'd be fucking insane.
Am I wrong?
Either one of us is right or one of us is wrong, and I honest to God, I hope you're right. But yeah,
pull the trigger. He ain't no snitch. There you go. I deal with that. I got receipts.
This is a title match. Apparently, I didn't know it was.
Yes.
I don't thought it could have been, but I didn't know it was gonna be.
So that to me, like, if this isn't a title match, what the fuck?
Yeah, which is it?
This is. It isn't.
Title match. It's not. It is. It ain't. We're on. We're off again. Sounds like a terrible relationship. We're on. We're off again.
This is good. I mean, it feels, because it became a match, it feels impromptu. Cody's in street clothes, but he's battling. It's hard hitting. It feels stiff in spots, but it's good.
I will give you 100% credit, and I fully agree, and I think we both had said it. If this is a title match and Drew wins this, amazing. Again, shock and awe. If it's not, and this is just to be a challenger for the title, I think it's complacent, it's obvious. But if this is for the title, it's amazing.
I mean, but if Jacob gets hurt, you got to do. If Drew's going to be the guy, Drew's going to be the guy. It didn't matter who you had, but you had to send someone out there. Big elbow.
Yeah, well, I get that. Like, it's to me, it's if this is for a number one contendership, you know Drew's going to be your number one contender. If this is for the title and Drew wins it, amazing. Shock and awe.
Listen, Trips, I'd do it. Pull the fucking trigger.
Right. Boston, Nick, we have already established it's not what you are saying.
Oh, Cody got DQ'd and the crowd boos. The crowd booing Cody.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Oh. Cody hit Drew with the belt. Now,
do you see that man's eyes?
Cody has lost his mind.
Yeah, chicken shit. Chicken Little.
Drew in the eyes. Drew's a maniac.
Drew should be your goddamn world champion.
Yeah, you actually have pure babyface Cody take the heel route and hit the challenger with the belt.
Yeah, I can't beat him, so I got to cheat to win.
It's literally
that ain't very babyface.
It's literally a dusty finish. Like, are we kidding me?
It's hard times out here when your Jacob Fatu gets into the baby out here. It's hard times to book a match when you're Samoan world title contender. Crossroads on the table. Oh, what the fuck?
This is
why of all places does security show up? He can't take it. You'll end him. You'll put him on the sidelines like everybody else. Oh, now he's gonna run in the corner. He's gonna splash on everybody because we gotta get everybody.
Oh shit! Cody doesn't do that shit often. And he just went.
Oh no!
Hey! That Cuban fire came out.
What stipulation are you going to do for Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre? Last man standing? Iron Man? I quit?
The crowd is going nuts. Like, I will say this, and I'm going to be critical of this for some points, but the crowd is loving it.
Well, they're having to literally peel these guys apart. They're selling you on, I hate you, Cody Rhodes. I hate you, Drew McIntyre. That's why when they have a match again, it's going to be a stip. Now, what stip will it be? Last man standing, I assume.
I mean, again, we're about last man standing works. Yeah. Make it intense, make it big. These two guys hate each other.
No, you'll do street fight because of the DQ was what caused it. So you'll do just a regular no DQ, whatever.
To me, that's not enough. Make it cooler than that. Do something right. Like do it big. Last man standing, I quit, Hell in a Cell, cage, something, not just no DQ. That's lazy.
Fair enough. But we go off the air, or SmackDown goes off the air. We're still on the air.
Yeah, there you go, folks. That is SmackDown. SmackDown is in the books. And an interesting show. Give us your rating out of 10. We take a rating on every single show. We take predictions for every single match. So let us know, what did you like? What didn't you like? What was good? What was bad? Technically, Drew wins, which will now 100% set up the rematch. And they found a way to get out of it. I see everything they did. I understand why they did it. I don't love the choice they made. But a big night. Ilya comes back, wins the title. Sol Ruka and Zarya had a good match with the tag champs. Jacob's out, and we don't know how long Jacob's out for, and it's unfortunate for Jacob. It was weird, like MDB said, he was conscious and yet couldn't tell him who hit him, which is weird. I think we're gonna find out one day it was Cody. We'll see. But yeah, Cody hits Drew with the belt and gets booed for it. And it looks like they're setting that up.
Your rating out of 10, Sarah, is, again, I see everybody already filing in. Again, if you're new here, if you don't know, give us your rating out of 10 of how you're feeling for Friday Night SmackDown. You said you were going to be over the moon about this, and especially if Drew won. And Drew won. So,
yeah, if you wanted to impress me, let Drew win the title tonight. Even if you run it back at Saturday Night Main Event, because then you just go into it with Cody as the challenger, which that's kind of where the money is Cody chasing. So if you really wanted to blow my socks off, folks, it would have been, Drew shocks the world, and out of left field on a night where we think we're going to get Drew versus Jacob, we end up getting Drew as the new world champion. I would have given it huge marks for that. I think they kind of found, like I said, the dusty finish to get out of it. But I feel like that's been a lot of the MO of the dub lately of, let's just get out of it. Let's get through it. We did it. We did something. Something's enough, right? Now, the fans in the building love the ending. I think overall, I go 7 on this show.
Oh.
A 7.
That is not where I thought you were going to go.
No, 7 with Sol Ruka. Their match, I'm a big fan of them coming up. Ilya winning the belt. I love Sami Zayn. I think he has great matches week in and week out. But Ilya getting a huge win, unexpected. The Drew Cody match fight situation kind of saved it from being a complete write-off. But to me, it was it's an average SmackDown overall. Garza versus MCMG, meh. Yeah, it was okay. But I feel like they could have set up a better main event tonight. Jacob can't go. Aldis opens the show. Nick says Jacob's hurt, and this person Solo's gonna fight Drew tonight. Who cares? Drew just needs a victim to get to Cody. They kind of tried the different things, but if you're gonna do it, shock the fucking world and have a Claymore land and give him the belt. Just shock us, even if you give Cody it back in a month.
Well, no, I agree with that fully, and that's what it would tie in perfectly because you had the shock and awe moment from Monday Night Raw that they aired to start Friday Night.
Why did that even get aired?
Surprising. I'm surprised. I'm probably a full point ahead of you on this.
That's fine. Yeah.
Well, no, I thought you would have been even higher than me. I'll go in 8. I think it was a good hour and a half. Hour and 15. I entirely forgot about MCMG and Garza. I think I might have, gone and taken a pause for the cause or something, or just we were talking. No, that's what we were talking about on Andrade. So again, we didn't pay too mind to it. It was good. Like the women's tag match was good. The match with Ilya and Sami was fantastic, and we have a new U.S. champion. That was a great moment. I'm interested with MFT and the Wyatts. If you
That
had to
was cool.
reshuffle some things, it might have gotten out of order and everything like that. I can see the gripe of the whole constant lies throughout the show. If you would have just, we all knew what was going to happen, so why not just pull the Band-Aid off instead of waiting until the last minute to do it in a weird, awkward way? So the lowest I could say is a 7.5. I don't know if I can meet you at a 7. I'm a 7.5 to an 8. I'm moving an 8, honestly.
Yeah, and I get it. And I, I mean, you did touch on some good stuff, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I see Boston having a complete overreaction out there of like, I'm done with this show forever.
Well, he only even said I only watched the last half hour, which is a lie. Hey, Boston, when you try and rage bait, it doesn't help when your chat is, full of you and everything.
8.5 from Crimson, 8.5 from Damien, 8. So I'm on the lower side. I just feel like, and even you heard the crowd when Cody hit Drew with the belt, the crowd was like, "Oh, boo, fuck."
Yeah, well, like I said, it started like a lion and ended like a lamb. If it started off hot and heavy, and then it really kind of, because again, if we're gonna actually get that, and you sold us on it, you have Cody out there of you're gonna get the werewolf versus the psychopath later tonight to see who's gonna face me.
And then moments,
we all knew it was bullshit. We all tried to, suspension of disbelief of, well, holy shit, we'll actually get this match. But everything we got in between that was great.
Yeah, and I mean, again, the funny part is that you can listen. If nothing else, this is 100% the WWE admitting that Jacob Fatu is. If there's any doubt about Jacob Fatu, they did not want to tell anybody he was not competing to the segment before the match. Like right,
made a badass. We're gonna make sure this man look like a badass. This man had to lose fake teeth to be taken out of a match.
Son of a bitch. 7 out of 10. Title change in Cody Wheatley. If Cody had hit all this with a bat, it would have been 11 out of 10. Wow, Corey. 7.7. Again, I would have given it a 9 if they actually gave, if they were ballsy enough to, like, the champ was in his street clothes, not ready. And I don't really love like this squeak. And maybe this is Cody's wearing darker clothes and now he's starting to cheat a little and he's got a bit more of a bad attitude. Maybe we are losing Cody to the dark side.
Who goes to the dark side first, Jay or Cody? If that was an actual title match and you had Drew win it there, that is, again, I think that's a stellar week for WWE. If I'm looking at it, Monday Night Raw, you have everything with Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins and all of that. You end SmackDown with a world title change, and you have everything with NXT in the nice juicy center there. I think that's a really good week for WWE. It was good until the end. That's the thing. The ending was the weakest part of that show, and that's almost a bigger hindrance than anything.
Right, and I understand because, like, if Drew wins there, people have the argument of like, I can't believe they didn't advertise this. Why didn't they do that on a pay-per-view?
Tune in, bitches.
Yeah, and fans are demanding that, these shows are boring. Yeah, but you get mad every time they do something on a show that should have been on a pay-per-view. Fuck it. Just, like, stop complaining. However, I love this. 0 out of 10, Sammy lost. 10 out of 10, Sammy lost. So Ken's my guy, and fuck you, MDB. You and Tony Schiavone. 7 out of 10. Anthony, not bad. Okay, so we got a range from like 7 to 9.
It is in that pocket of, I think, 9 is very much to me on the high, like very much the higher end. Yes, I did. 7 is to me probably the lowest you could get with this. Like, I would say to me, 9's even too high. I would barely go over an 8, like an 8.25. But yeah,
I wouldn't go lower than my, like, I think my 7 is a low mark, a great. I mean, definitely based on the average out there, but yeah, I wouldn't go 6.5, 6. I mean, I feel like it was a solid show. I could see 7.5, 8 for sure. And again, if you really liked kind of how they got out, because it was that dusty finish of how do we get this match now to the pay-per-view or to Saturday main event? Well, we'll just DQ, we'll count out, we'll do something. And I feel like maybe AI gave them the easiest way out was you know.
Cody Rhodes, your babyface champion. That sounds like some AI shit. But
Right.
no, I agree with Jose, and I even said it for everybody. And again, this goes a little bit with everybody. Oh, I missed Braun turning on Seth. Tune in, bitches. You know, they tell you when they're going to be there. You want to say that WWE wants to go back to being can't miss. Well, that's how they become can't miss.
Yeah, you can't keep playing this game with the B-level pay-per-views and your weekly shows. Not a lot happens because we're saving it. You got to find a balance. There's got to be a balance there.
If we had your U.S. title and your world title change hands on the same show, it was already a shock that Sammy lost. To me, that's the match of the night. That blocks probably your whole segment of the night and everything like that. Half hour is probably the best part of SmackDown. Yeah. But yeah, that's how you become must-see TV.
Right. Don't forget the tail. Speaking of must-see, the tailgate taking place TNT. Yes, folks, we will be here live for both those shows this weekend. The tailgate on Saturday at 7, and then we'll stick around again. We're not quite sure why they are run. SmackDown AI was funded by Arby's tonight. I think that's a joke.
We have the beef.
We all the beef. Yeah, I find it's yeah, we've talked about it, but we will be here live at 7. And we'll watch our good friend Dax. Go, Dax, go.
Right. Well, 100%, folks. We got Wrestle Dream tomorrow. Of again, AEW normally very much over delivers with their pay-per-views, and they've actually shown a little bit of restraint. They've only got 8 matches on the main show. Granted, they've got 4 on the pre-show. But hey, we've only got 12 instead of 15. Sorry.
Just a real serious question, not to interrupt you there, sir. Are we getting 8 matches because the Moxley match is going to be an hour and a half?
Listen.
No, really?
Because I already said, folks, we'll be watching early morning Sunday crucifixion, I feel, at this point, with how long this is going to go with Darby Allin and Jon Moxley, because I don't know what the fuck they can do to end this match. But yeah, that's how you end this show. They are going to end this on the biggest shocking holy shit moment, I feel. Do they run into, do they still run 5-6 hours, even with the trimmed down main roster card?
That's that's something that has me very curious of what do they do? Like, is it 8 matches, 4 hours and change, or is it still 8 matches, but we're going 5.5 hours? Like, holy shit.
Because Moxley and Darby are going to go 2 hours because that's how long they've got to wait in the waiting room at urgent care after everything that's happened. Yeah.
No, I actually think they should open the show with Moxley and Darby and they fight. We just go back to them
the whole show.
The whole show. Just keep going back.
Let's put in live to fucking Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote right now.
Right? Like, that's kind of how they should do it. We'll just run it like they have the longest wrestling match, the longest I Quit match in history.
Don't give them ideas because they'll fucking do it.
No, they probably will. But folks, be there tomorrow for that. And we got so much more coming your way. So don't miss out. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I have no idea why I put that there. But let's go. Other than that, Nick, I think that's the show. Not bad. Again, there's interesting things happening, but I encourage Triple H and his team. You got to make this a little more exciting. AI is not going to help you. Repeating the past isn't going to help you. You got to have some fun with this. And if everything feels so plotted, we're just on a road trip. And we need some bumps along the way. We need some fucking excitement. We need some hills and some curves. And
we had excitement, and then they took it away.
They could have really fucking sent us into the weekend. Wrestle Dream Weekend. All we would have been talking about is Drew McIntyre beat Cody Rhodes in a 7-minute match.
Yep. You want to own the weekend? You will just
be right there.
Dragging balls that whole weekend, my guy.
And I truly don't get why they would open the show with a video package that had nothing to do with the show. That, again, for the people that say we're biased, this is the mistakes they're making, and we're calling it out.
They made a mistake with that. They made a mistake. I feel I don't like that they ran the whole show with, hey, we're gonna have Drew and Jacob. Really, because a lot of people kind of feel like that's definitely not gonna happen. And now because you mentioned it so much, it definitely feels like it's not gonna happen. Yeah, no, you're good. I'm Dylan out there saying 10 out of 10 for the Wrestling for Life. But I don't rate anything out of 10 for wrestling. I base it on Did You Waste My Time, aka Dynamite this week. Snackdown did it, and he said Snackdown. That's not just me.
Okay.
Did it not this time. Have a great night, friends. Take care. So, yes, be a friend, tell a friend. And were you thoroughly sports entertained?
There were parts I was thoroughly sports entertained. I felt like it was, I believe, a decent show tonight. Entertained. We appreciate the love from Dylan. We appreciate the love from everybody else out there. Butter, all the butter. We're like
just horses, beards, puppies, knee pads, free Dale Campbell, free Andrade, all of that,
all the fun stuff. But Nick, that's SmackDown. That's in the books, and we got to go get some rest and get ready for the weekend.
We'll be freed from this stream momentarily, sir. But
we have non-competes, and we will not be appearing anywhere else.
Well, I put in PTO into this company with my non-compete and everything. But
right.
Yeah, our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about non-competes, you better put that Wrestling for Life.
Right. It was all a dream, folks. We're going to be here tomorrow for it. See you on the flip side. Good night.